resistance, fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
Na mose vive na kiti enui na tulaje bano mabuli vemelem kuja atibe kuena tulane bovo timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule dani mona tulilu na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka nchuba diali ama abulezi okwenu na bakala keluego nezi enwe n'ụbọchị akala keluego n'udezi maka na ababa n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lira tono na nagulugu seji tono nugu banatayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana njuko no 1 million we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milia kekwa kwacha siyenyi ka kesu ezo pabule bewelo tamano Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makalo fobi abakama Na nugo no way Biafra na bekele umunina Nkabo nkani Mwadati na ijele wanyi bekeneli Akwage bulu kwekene na fande otu Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere ya Wesi ya kene rugio Adubagwo chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawunelia kala ya dike Mafondi mojiri diebu mebia debi tevele mongwem Abusiku odogweji mali igbo nine Odogweji malo Biafra miya Kadumegwo chukwu Opagisi ekene logi Filipu Efyong Abusikwa nwoke kwuloku wekusi okwu si na Biafra ekunye Na ya bụ Biafra ya tulugo enata Na bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo N'ọkụ ọgụli nwata n'aka na ele Opagisi ekene logo onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kedebe n'olike Amadike Biafra,
Biafra never said today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of she stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the NJC is using her position for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them this is what happens. Nobody wants to do that's the problem. They sent her to my case. So
Biafran government they know na exile cabinet na tukunanda na ya gba unu be maka na onye soro bịa ya atọ ka ịmalụ ga-enu eyi jisie n'ike ekenele m ndị Biafra Liberation Army ụmụ Chukwu ndị ejeza Biafra land bịa kedenu the great oracles of Biafra na nunu anu weke nunu nama na nunu jisi kenon atugo ya ba unume omo chukwu ne Canary, the Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Webber. I was in Quaba to be the best. I tried a little more Biafra, I don't got your temper with a name. I just show you, you will not see. Yes. Mwana papo bia kenelio. Odagiri dimu. Ose fulu dilo bia nulonu we. Mabale na kosa de malanya. Mweji mwagu konyilo sino de lonka sojilo yati di sojilo we walaso. Muzikwe wa batobi Pagada gidi dike bia nunu Kwa jule kwala ni yo Kwenye tukunye ndi Biafra na nunu Nuna beke nege Asimuna ya dele Biafra ni nenama Asino ya dele ni nenama Mandanye na bono mweno utelanyi welien Mandanye na bono nudonu no mwe Makana mbona boke kwe na bonike Moya na no, moya no No bivo ye debeli nedene no wama believe meleme A good legacy will last forever, ma believe meleme And in remembrance of my bless you.
Welcome each and every one of you, and as I do welcome you, as always, I will ask you to welcome those around you. I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast simulcast on multiple platforms this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor, or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you, and we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always, and I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla anyị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla anyị ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etu gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tuo gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ, nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt, kwetu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtọ na ịja mma mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikoni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onwe onye kere, na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara onye bi ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day, because heaven and earth will bear us witness. Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian, right, the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirate. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodimma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quizzlings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
I'm a child of 20 pounds. I am a product and a survival of children and the generation that were starved to death. And I am very, very angry. I'm very, very angry. Instead of that we cannot get this Biafra, I will turn to a beast. I will turn to a beast. I will become a beast. You see those children that you see, you count their ribs, and their stomach are big. You see their stomach swelling up every day. We came from them. This generation of Biafra, we come from them. We come from their survivors. And you know, I will be a beast. Most of you who claim you You own businesses everywhere in Nigeria. For that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why? We are not the one bringing violence to Nigeria state. Rather, Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. That aggression is self-defense.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So state administrators, those that feel they do not want to follow the path of Obatopie, we also welcome them to quietly and peacefully leave the United States of Biafra. Biafra promotes freedom of association. You are free to go with whomever you want to be with. That is a basic right. We are not going to take it away from you. You are free to associate yourself with whom you want to. But what we are not going to allow is being able to disrupt what we are doing. Being able to use the platforms established by Obotobie to promote your chaos and your divisive nature. Allowing you to use the plans, the maps, the regions that Obatobie has set up to continue to disorganize, disinform our people. We are not going to allow you to do that. But as long as you following whoever calls you on the phone privately, it is okay to go with those individuals. And Biafrans, we truly support you to do that. That is called freedom of association, which United States of Biafra guarantees. There are charters that we signed during our declaration in Finland. And one of that is the basic human right of individuals to associate with whomever they want to. But you cannot do that under the United States of Biafra. There is only one United States of Biafra. Under one command, His Excellency the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, represented by my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. Anything outside this, we wish you luck, but please leave any platform that either myself or Obatobie has established. You can inquire from whoever you want to be with. They have their own platform. They have where they are doing their own little shenanigans. You can join them there. We wish you luck, but do not be in the platform established by the United States of Biafra and be causing your havoc. On that note, I thank all the state executives that are working day and night to ensure that we all go home by the end of this year. We thank all the Biafra Defense Forces, again, the decentralized forces and some of the units that have been there. We thank you for the coordination. We thank you for what you are doing to gradually move the state of a nation with all the discipline, with all the respect, with all the dignity associated with the United States of Biafra military. That is what this new nation is working on. On that note, I thank all Biafrans that are present here, all the state representatives, all the country representatives. And I want to quickly recognize all the Biafran secretaries and the Biafra cabinets. I'm going to start with.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. Wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you and I thank you for being part of this very program. If you're watching me on TikTok, I appreciate you. I thank you so much for joining us on TikTok. Please help us to tap the screen and also share the program. I welcome everyone watching from TikTok and those who are watching us from Facebook. I welcome every one of you. I can see you there. Thank you for joining, and may Chukwu come and guide and protect you. Those who are watching on YouTube, where I am hosting the program, I appreciate every one of you that has connected on YouTube. I thank you for being part of the program. Please, as you join, make sure you invite at least one person to join us. We are in a very difficult time. We are in a very terrible time. This is the time that our Prime Minister Mazi Simon was talking about when he said that we should go on radical evangelism. That time has come. So as you join this program, please don't watch alone. Any platform, any WhatsApp group where you belong, on your social media handles, please share this very program so that others will join us. You never can tell where the Savior is going to come from. The situation we are facing is a serious one, and we must do our part. Every one of us on this program today, we are all Biafrans, and we are all part of the freedom fighting. And even if you are not a Biafran, you love freedom. And we are here for humanity, not just for Biafrans. For those who are joining us on this platform for the very first time, or those who are coming across our video for the very first time, I want you to know that this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. This platform is under the United States of Biafra. United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the control and order of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, the COS. That is where we stand. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this program to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. We don't come here for any sort of saga. What we do in this platform is to bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. What we do in this platform is to tell the world what is going on in Biafran territory, to expose the war that the Nigerian government is fighting in Biafra land, the atrocities of Nigerian government against the Biafran people. Our purpose of coming here is to debunk every lie that has been told in this restoration of Biafra. More especially at this time that we are in, lies against the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, the lies against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the lies against our Speaker, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the lies they have told against the Biafran people. In this platform, we debunk those lies and we set the record straight. A lot is happening in Biafra land and nobody is paying attention. The conventional media in Nigeria have refused to report what is going on in Biafran territory. The international media have turned a blind eye to the atrocities of Nigerian government in Biafran territory. The United Nations and all the world bodies are not paying attention. Even when Nigeria is committing international crime right under their nose, they have refused to utter a word or take action. That is why the Biafran people have taken it upon themselves to defend themselves and fight for their own life, to speak up so that the whole world will know what is going on. When we talk about the war that is going on in Biafran land, it is not a joke. We repeat it again and again and again. It is not a joke. There is a war going on in Biafran territory. And if you doubt it, go down to Biafra land and see things for yourself. The Chief of Army Staff came on national TV and declared that war. He said they are going to Biafra land for asymmetric warfare. Later on, he came back and said they are engaging on jungle warfare. And I say every one of us know what war is, what it means to a military man. When a military man uses the language war, it is not a game, it's not drama, it's not an entertainment. For the Chief of Army Staff to come and make such a declaration on national TV, you should know that it's serious. But because of the evil in the zoo, no conventional media is going there to investigate and see, ask questions. This war that this man came on the national TV to declare, how are they fighting it? No conventional media has gone underground or investigated media to go and find out this war that the Chief of Army Staff declared on their national TV. The videos are still there. How are they fighting this war? The global conspiracy kicks in and none of them is paying attention to what is happening in Biafra land. They take the life of innocent Biafrans and they pretend nothing is happening. But we will not be silent. It does not matter how they try to stop us. It doesn't matter their propaganda, their blackmail. We cannot be stopped. Nigerian government is committing genocide in Biafra land as we speak. Innocent Biafrans are losing their life as we speak. Lives and properties are destroyed in Biafra land as we speak. Children are being made orphans. Men are made widows. People are made widowers. People have lost their businesses, lost their homes, and they have no hope of where to turn to. The government that was meant to protect the people have turned against the people. And the Biafran people have been made endangered species in a place they are supposed to call home. We did not place ourselves on that very location. Chukwu Okike Abiama gave us that look with all the blessings of mineral resources that is there. But some agents of darkness have refused to allow the Biafrans to have peace. Even when we have told them, if the mineral resources is your problem, we are going to give it to you, but allow us to be. Allow us to take a breath. They have refused. Since 1945, this attack has started. From 1945 till date, the attack is still going on. And nobody is paying attention. The world turned a blind eye. You come on social media, you will see advertisements of starving children. You see advertisements of dying mothers. The West will come and advertise places where people are suffering, but they never mention Biafra land. Ask me why. The United Nations and all the rest of them will use pictures that emanate from Biafra land and solicit for funds for other areas in the West, in Asia, and other parts of the world. But they will ignore the very place where they generated a picture from. They don't talk about it. Some of us who are on social media, you will see advertisements where funds are being solicited for the war-torn zone, where children are starving, where women are being murdered and raped. You will see advertisements on raising funds for them. And in those advertisements, you will see pictures that came from Biafra land. Pictures that emanate from Biafra land, including the ones they extract from this genocide they committed in 1967. Up to this day, they use those pictures to generate funds. But the area that is affected directly, that owns that picture, they are never visited or talked about. The global conspiracy against the Biafran people is enormous. There is a global conspiracy against the Biafran people. Nigeria has succeeded with the British to paint their lies and to cover up their lies, and the world are playing along with them. All because of the resources that are placed in Biafra land. There is a global conspiracy against Biafrans. That human rights abuse in Biafra land does not amount to human rights abuse. Genocide against the Biafran people does not amount to genocide. And nobody is talking about this issue. I have called several times on those who claim to be independent journalists. Go down to Biafra land, bring out your report and show the world. Amnesty International have gotten a lot of videos from Biafra land. Nigeria has been indicted on so many crimes against humanity. So many of our leaders' cases in the ICC, but none of them has been invited. No action has been taken. Violation of international law is the order of the day in the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. But yet, those who are supposed to carry out action against Nigeria are busy pursuing their selfish interests. They are busy signing bilateral relationship with a terrorist country, all in the name of mineral resources. We were left with no choice than to fight for our life and fight for ourselves. And that is why we are where we are today. Today is Monday, and it is sit at home in Biafra land. If you go to Biafran territory today being Monday, you are going to see the evidence that the Biafrans no longer want to be the part of the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. The Biafran people do not want to be part of anything called the zoo. If you doubt it, go to Biafra land today, you will see evidence that will show you that the Biafrans have made up their mind. Nigerian government have lost legitimacy in Biafran territory. Anyone serving under the Zoological Republic government does not have legitimacy in Biafran territory. And that is the truth. The truth and nothing but the truth. Regardless where you are, regardless what you are doing, it's time for the world to pay attention. But if the world refuses to pay attention, we have no choice than to do what we are doing today. And we will continue to fight for our freedom until we are free. Since the world feels that the life of a Biafran does not matter, we know that our life matters, and we are going to defend ourselves under the same international law that they put in place. We will defend ourselves. In as much as we know that the global conspiracy is still working, because when it comes to Biafran people, self-defense becomes a crime. Self-defense now makes you to be a terrorist. That is the world is making us to believe. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was asking for self-determination, asking his people to defend themselves, and today he's being tried in the Zoological Republic after kidnapping him from Kenya for frivolous crimes. In the same way, our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa came on board to protect the Biafran people, his own people, to embark on self-defense and explain it better. Mazi Simon Ekpa is a lawyer. He read international law. He's also a politician in Finland, and he has served in the military. So he knows what order is. He knows what the rule of law says. And that is why he was boldly preaching self-defense to his people, to defend themselves. And we did, and continue to do up to this moment. But because it is Biafrans, the world have turned a blind eyes and criminalized self-defense. It is more than 90 days now. Our Prime Minister has been held incommunicado. What crime has he committed? No one knows. The Finnish authority could not take him to court. They only say they are investigating for 6 months. For 3 months now, they are still investigating. Investigating and investigating. And we are watching. Everybody knows that Mazi Simon Ekpa has not committed any crime. All he was doing is to defend his land, asking his people to defend themselves, invoking self-defense, encouraging and educating the people of Biafra about self-defense, interpreting the meaning of self-defense. That was all he did. And Biafrans understood him very well. That is why today Biafrans are standing tall against all odds. Even when he was taken away in our midst, their reason was to take him away to make sure that Biafrans run away from their freedom, deny their freedom, and see the pursuit of their freedom as a crime. But we were not moved. Biafrans are more resilient than ever. Biafrans across the world are still today standing tall, demanding for their freedom and the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa with immediate effect. And as we demand for their release, we will continue to defend ourselves and to defend our land. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, today is Monday, a very special day. Sit at home in Biafra land, wherever you are watching me from. If you are watching from homeland and you have an update, the link is there on the comment section. Click the link and come in and give us your update. In this platform, we allow everybody to join us and air their opinion. You must not be a Biafran to join this platform. Regardless what you believe in, regardless your own ideology, regardless your orientation, you are welcome. The only thing that qualifies you to join me live on stage and make your contribution, ask your questions and say your prayer is for you to be a human being. As long as you're human, you are welcome. If you have a superior argument, bring it on. Come to David Harbour channel every morning, bring it on. Let us deal with it and let the world watch us and judge. It doesn't matter how you hate us. You cannot stop us from fighting for our freedom. Today we have come once again, as we always do, on a Monday, that we have vowed that we will continue to sit at home every Monday until we exit the Zoological Republic called Nigeria, demanding the unconditional release of Mazen Nandeka, the release of every Biafran political detainees in Nigeria, demanding that the Nigerian government should remove every of their forces from Biafran territory. We are demanding that the Zoological Republic should recognize the self-referendum of the Biafran people, or either conduct their own with immediate effect. These are the demands of the Biafran people. And until these demands are met, we will continue to embark on civil disobedience. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Biafrans know what they want, and we are prepared. Regardless the distractions we are seeing right, left, and center, regardless the obstructions we are seeing from some ignorant people, that will not stop us. Biafrans are intelligent. We still have people who knows what they want, who knows their left and right, and who knows what to do, at what time, and at what point. We have come once again on the today topic, and the today topic says, Monday sit at home. What kind of Biafra do you want? It's a question. Half a truth is often a great lie. Support the United States of Biafra. The topic today says, Monday sit at home. That is the first set. Secondly, what kind of Biafra do you want? For the Biafrans who are in this platform, or non-Biafrans who are in this form, I am asking, what kind of Biafra do you want? If you want to share your wisdom or your knowledge or your idea with us, click the link on the comment section. Come on and tell us, what kind of Biafra do you want? And while you are discussing, remember, half a truth is often a great lie. If you want to tell the truth, tell it all. Don't keep back anything. Whenever you are ready to tell the truth, speak the truth from A to Z. Don't reserve some. Whenever you take away something from the truth, it becomes a lie, a great lie at that. Because that portion you removed could cost human life. That portion you remove could destroy the existence of someone else. That is why half-truth is very dangerous. Immediately you remove some portion of the truth that you tell, you have automatically made that very information false. It becomes a lie. And that is what we are seeing today. More especially in this restoration of Biafra, people are coming on with half-baked truth, which is a great lie. Half-baked truth. That is what we are seeing today. You see people today coming to make video on various platforms. Many platforms today that are claiming to be Biafran platform. Most of them, you go there, their title of their platform is Biafra this, Biafra that. You see Biafran flag and symbols everywhere. But when you listen to them, what they vomit in their mouth is lies, lies, and lies. They will take a portion of truth and they will remove the actual point that makes that word the truth. And they will use it to push their propaganda. That was what we were seeing last week. Last week, we saw so many propaganda, blackmail videos, propaganda videos, flying right, left, and center, made by Biafrans against themselves. Against themselves. It is sad. People making propaganda video against themselves. And some of us Biafrans are paying attention to it. I have said it several times. There is no point going to these people to watch, to share, or to comment, or to attack them. Let them be. Just like our Deputy Prime Minister have always said, Osimiri anaghị eri onye ọfụrụ ọkpa ya anya. Osimiri anaghị eri onye ọfụrụ ọkpa ya anya. The sea cannot swallow someone that he doesn't see the feet. Before the sea can swallow you, you must have taken your two left leg and you walk into that very sea. Then you are gone. But if the sea did not see your leg, it can't swallow you. So many of us today are confused because of what they are listening to. There are so many content creators today who are using Biafran program for their own selfish and personal interests. I'm not telling you not to be a content creator. I'm not telling you not to share. But please be on the positive side. Make a positive report with your common sense. You can do Biafran content. You can share Biafran content. But please, share meaningful things. Watch a video, read meaning into it before you share. What kind of Biafra do you want? Half a truth is often a great lie. Last week was terrible. Last week I saw and heard unbelievable things. Things I never knew will happen. Happened last week. People who you are supposed to respect and expect to have an advice from them, all of a sudden, all of them became monsters. What we were seeing last week was half truth. They will come and give you half-baked truth, and now they will coat it with a very big lie. And it says, half a truth is often a great lie. Anytime you tell your truth and you don't tell it as it is, you pick a portion of truth and remove the actual information that makes that word the truth. You are a liar, a great liar at that. And so many of us Biafrans are not paying attention to these lies. Some of us are carried away with age. You see somebody, the person will tell you that he or she is a Methuselah. The person, he or she will tell you that she or he is older than Adam. And because of that, you lose your senses. Even when they are leading you astray, you pay attention. Some of us, because somebody claimed to be a man or woman from your own village, from your own tribe, you lose your senses. You no longer apply common sense to what you hear from such clowns. Simply because they are from your village, they speak the language with you, the same language with you, you lose your senses. And you corrupt your truth. Some of us, because you have been following somebody on a platform for a long time, and you decide to make friends with that very person, and the person comes online and shower praises on you, helps you to promote your program, help you to do one or two things, and because of that, you lose your senses. Even when the person is going astray, you want to die there with him. It is not who works the hardest in this restoration of Biafra. It is consistency that matters. How consistent has you been? It is not about who worked the hardest. There are people that have worked very, very hard in this restoration of Biafra, but today they are nowhere. So it is not about who works the hardest. It is about consistency and being truthful. Many people have worked hard. And there are numerous examples out there of people who have worked hard. But when they fail out, they are gone. There are many examples, which I will not be mentioning them now. People that have worked very hard on restoration of Biafra, but at a point in time, they thought that it was about them. They thought the struggle is about them. They think that they have become the face of the struggle. But Chukwu Okike told them no. And the Biafra spirit left them. And they are gone today. Nobody talks about them. Why are you still paying attention to lies? Why are you still paying attention to lies? Somebody will come and tell you half-baked truth. Like the videos we saw last week, where somebody came out and began to testify in things that happened, and she decided to choose some truth. She decided to choose some truth to woo you and drag you close. And when she was able to draw your attention, now she began to dish out the lies. I played her video last week, and I will not go back. I can't dwell on that nonsense again. You saw another one. There's a video I saw again. The one that was meant recently again by the one that called himself, that is always talking about men on the ground. And I have told you people, when you hear men on the ground, it is men, not man. Men, when you hear men on the ground, there are men, a lot of men on ground, on different places. We are not talking about a man. Any man that continues to project himself on social media out of his own personal or selfish interest, that he has not been sponsored, he has not been given money, he is just a man. If anybody comes to claim that Dr. Ngozi the Deputy Prime Minister, who is in charge today, the United States of Biafra liberation, if anybody claim that she is not sponsoring that very person, ask the person, are you working for the United States of Biafra? That should be the question. Are you working for the United States of Biafra? If you are not working for the United States of Biafra, you have no right to demand anything from the government of the United States of Biafra. You have no right to demand anything from them. You came out and you say you are working for a dissolved group. A dissolved group. People that are no longer part of what we are doing in United States of Biafra. And you want the person that is piloting United States of Biafra to sponsor you. You must be mad. That is the height of madness. And that is why I talk about what kind of Biafra you have. And half-truth is often a great lie. Half-truth. That you don't get money from United States of Biafra. Are you serving the United States of Biafra? That is the question. We know that Biafra was declared on the 29th of November 2024. On that declaration, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, Deputy Prime Minister, on behalf of our Prime Minister, made the declaration that we have moved from Briki and we are now in United States of Biafra. It was said before the whole world, in camera, on camera. Everybody saw it. And after that declaration, we have moved on. And today, we are moving forward and pursuing the recognition of the United States of Biafra and the full restoration on the ground. And someone came and said that he is not part of the United States of Biafra that was declared, that he is not in support of it. You made this declaration before the whole world, and at the same time, you are accusing United States of Biafra to sponsor you You must be sick. You must be sick. And people are listening to you. Since you feel you have your own organization, which you have claimed that they are sponsoring you and helping you, why are you not contented with them? You are not part of the United States of Biafra. You have refused to work in the United States of Biafra. Why are you demanding fund from United States of Biafra when you are not working for United States of Biafra? United States of Biafra has somebody that is guiding it and cannot release any funding for you. As long we have a lot of responsibilities. And the funniest thing that this man forgot to know that United States of Biafra has 40 states. Although it's not the only place we have Biafra. Although it's not the only place where there are crises. Although it's not the only place to be defended. Since you and your group have refused to move further, you want to be stagnant and remain on your own path. Now you have gotten somebody to sponsor you to protect Olo. Why are you not contented with what he's giving you? Why are you not contented? Why are you now seeking for the government you have refused to work with or obey to give you money? And one of the laughable things that he came out to swear, and when he was swearing, he said, if Dr. NgoziOrabueze has given him money, let this happen. How can Dr. NgoziOrabueze give you money? Dr. NgoziOrabueze doesn't give anybody money. She doesn't give anybody money. The Biafran government give money, pays those who are working for them. And they provide equipment for those that are working for them. Dr. NgoziOrabueze doesn't give money and doesn't have to give you money. And when you come out, you raise stick and hit on the ground and say you remove your shoe to swear. That swear is nonsense, is rubbish. It doesn't make sense. The oath you took is nonsense. Even after all, people that took oath with Mazen Nandekano were the ones that betrayed him. They sold him and collected money. They are still there walking around. The people that sold Mazen Nandekano out, betrayed him, they were people that took oath with him. Many of them that took that oath with Mazen Nandekano at that first time, go and check where are they today, what are they doing. So when you come and swear and put your leg on the ground and carry stick and hit on the ground and talk gibberish, it doesn't move anybody. It doesn't make sense. And the line of oath you took is rubbish. Because when you say, if Dr. Ngozi had, why must she give you money? She never said she gave you money. She never. Your name is not men on the ground. Your name is not men on the ground. When you are taking an oath, if you want to take a genuine oath, you should use the right language. Use the right language. Before you commit murder, you kill yourself. When you kill yourself, you look for who, you begin to accuse somebody who killed you. When you want to take an oath and you are saying, if Dr. NgoziOrabueze didn't say she gave you money, who the hell are you? And she doesn't give any individual money. The United States of Biafran government is sponsoring their men on the ground. That is what we say. So any man on the ground that is under the United States of Biafra and says that the United States of Biafra is not taking care of him or her should come out and say, I am man on the ground. I am working under the United States of Biafra and they are not taking care of me. That is what you have to say, or take an oath on that. Men on the ground is not a name of a person. You don't take such oath. The men who are on the ground are thousands. They are thousands. Thousands of men are on the ground. On different areas, on different angles, on different perspectives. If you don't know how to take oath, we educate you on how to do certain things. That is why you say it is better you keep your mouth shut than coming out to disgrace yourself. Keep silent. Or you change your ways. And even when you are talking, sometimes you get back your senses and sometimes you lose it. Because when you are talking, you said what you said in the first time so that changes will be made. You are the one that's supposed to take that correction. If you know you said what you said in the first time for good intent, by now, you know the Minister of Defense of the United States of Biafra. You know the Minister of Defense. What stopped you from contacting the Minister of Defense directly and dig it out with him? Pledge your allegiance and demand for your right. You are before the whole world telling the people of Biafra that you are not working with their government. The Biafra that was declared on the 29th of November 2024 that gave joy to every Biafran. The plan that Mazi Samuel Ekpa made and continued to pursue until it was achieved on 29th. You don't believe in it. You don't trust in it. You say you don't want to move further. That you want to remain in the old brick so that the same system will remain where they give everything to you and you starve the rest workers. You refuse to change with the government. And that is why I talk about half a truth is often a great lie. Some of us are easily moved when you see them jump out and make video. You don't apply your common sense. Just like the old woman who was talking. And when you listen to everything she said, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. There is no sensible person that will say you are in a government that has a finance minister. And all of a sudden, the finance minister siphoned the monies and ran away. They refused to make account. Now, instead of you to ask this finance minister for account, you are asking the COS then. COS, who has nothing to do with money. And people are listening to her. She was in that same program. She confirmed that she is signatory to the new mandate account. At the same time, she's condemning that same new mandate account. Ask her which bank account was there when Mazi Samuel was there. Who was there? What was there? In that program, she confirmed that Mazi Samuel is aware of new mandate account. She herself is signatory to it. And at the same time, you are fighting it. You are standing in a platform where they say that it is a fraud. You see, when I tell you about half-truth, half a truth is often a great lie. That woman told the greatest lie that have ever been told in this present trouble that we are seeing. She is the greatest liar, using the name of Jesus and Holy Ghost to lie. Another crime, lying with the name of Jesus and the name of the Holy Ghost, is another great crime, which Chukwu Okike Abiama will not let her to go free. Chukwu Okike Abiama must give her punishment for that very lie. But unfortunately, some of us are moved by those nonsense statements, irrelevant topics and discussions. Instead of focusing on the right thing, you focus on things that are meaningless. She came again and told a lie. The last lie she told on another video I saw, she was saying that the people whose accounts were frozen by Nigerian government, that the account were frozen because they contributed money into the same mandate account which she was a signatory to. That it was because people paid money into the new mandate account. That is why their name was enlisted and the account was frozen. That is their lie. Another lie that this woman was peddling. Another lie. Is it today that Biafrans started making contribution? Is it today that that new mandate account began to function? So are you now going to say that those people who were contributing when Master Samuel was there, so it was Master Samuel now that handed them over for the account to be frozen? And how many people are in that mandate account? Do you know how many million Biafrans that have paid money into that account? So why is it these few people that they decided to pick? And our Prime Minister, Master Simon, all to distract the Biafran people. You imagine an old woman telling that lie, that it was because they paid money into the mandate account. That was that account. Do you know how many million of people that have been paying money into that account? Why is that their own name was not included? Even as at yesterday and today, people are still paying money into that account. The account is still there functioning. Why are their account not frozen? Why? And when you see how shouting, I can't just understand why people have lost shame. And it is very, very difficult to deal with shameless people, because how can you shame a shameless person? You can't. I have seen very dubious characters in this restoration Biafra. And that is why I love my position where I am. I joined this very restoration of Biafra as an independent broadcaster. Independent on my own. I see things from my own perspective and I follow it, study it, investigate it, and then I go with it. I don't take orders from anybody to do this or do that. No, I don't. It doesn't matter who you are. Whenever you bring out a topic or you say something, I will go back home and think about it, look through it, investigate it, then I will talk about it on my program. If you are speaking on a line that I feel that this is irrelevant and you are lying, if you can talk about it, I won't even attack you. I won't talk about it. I'll just move on with it. Reasonable and responsible topics. That is how I was doing my program when I was not in the government. When I come, I focus on whenever anybody, any agitator, anywhere says something, I will use it on my program and promote it. When you say that one that is wrong, I won't talk about it. I ignore you and move ahead and follow those that are doing the right thing. And that is how I have been all to do. I don't seek for any recognition. Every platform that I have used, I build it myself. Nobody helped me to build a platform. Nobody helped me to build a platform or advertise me for my platform. No, nobody have given me any advertisement to build my platform. And I have lost many platforms because of the Biafran struggle. I have lost big platforms. I started broadcasting all the way from 2016, 17. That's when I started broadcasting. 2016, 17. So I have built bigger platforms and I lost those platforms. Some of them I cannot stream there now. Chook Survival is still there. My major platform was terminated completely and I was banned to make any broadcast. And I started from scratch again to build. This platform that I'm using now to broadcast on Facebook is also new. I have lost many platforms because of this message. And each time I lose a platform, I build it from scratch without anybody promoting or advertising my content. I do it myself. So whatever I'm saying, I'm not going to say, I won't say it because you will do this for me or you do that. No. I say things because they are the right thing to say. Whenever I see something that is right to say, I say it. When there's something that is right to advertise, you don't need to tell me to advertise before I do. I do it myself. My fellow Biafrans, who you listen to and who you follow matters. There are so many lies out there. What kind of Biafra do you want? Do you want a Biafra where they are going to be telling you half-truth? Do you want a Biafra where you're going to have one emperor who will say whatever he says is the final, nobody can challenge or make a contribution? Is that the kind of Biafra you want? Do you want a Biafra of blackmailers? Do you want a fraudulent Biafra like that one you have in Nigeria? What kind of Biafra do you want? It is now you will begin to study, learn, and show us the kind of Biafra that you want. We have suffered a lot, and we cannot continue to suffer. We have passed through very difficult stages, and we cannot continue to go through those stages. The time has come for us to face reality. The time has come for us to do the right thing. The time has come for us to build a strong foundation that will last forever. We have to keep a legacy that our people will learn from. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiam never to get distracted. I know there are a lot of confusions out there. Mr. A is speaking there, Mr. B is talking. But in all of this noise, I want you to calm down. Don't follow the wind. Calm down. Do not follow the wind. Check from the time Mazi Simon Ekpa was kidnapped, was taken away from us, till now. For the past 90 days or 3 months plus, the people that claim to be fighting for Biafra, what have they been doing? Even the one that is claiming to be a man on the ground, the one that claimed to be a man on the ground, what has he done? It is only, was it yesterday or the day before we saw video? All of them are claiming to be the ones who went for that very video, who went for that very operation. For the past 3 months, since Mazi Simon Ekpa, stopped talking to us. It was only last week or 2 days ago or 3 days ago we saw them, and these people have been on the ground. And have you forgotten that Mazi Simon Ekpa equipped them before ever he had a problem? Mazi Simon Ekpa was saying that after the declaration, things are going to change. We're going to intensify. And making that statement, you will see that preparation had been made for them even before Mazi Simon Ekpa had a problem. Provisions were made for them. What did they do with that provision? What have they done with those provisions that was made for them then? Nothing. But now, because they want money, they are jumping life left and center. What have they been doing? The ones today that claim to be in charge, they are working with. What have they been doing today for the past 90 days? The only thing they do is to push propaganda against the deputy prime minister. Why she is busy working? She is busy working, holding the legacy of Mazi Simon Ekpa. They are on their own case. What have they been doing? There is nothing. I can't see any new thing they introduce or new thing they have tried to maintain. All they are doing is destroy, destroy, destroy. They are just focused on, go to their program. Their program is NgoziOrabueze, 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 NgoziOrabueze. They can't hold a program without mentioning her name. How many times does she mention her name, their name in her program? She doesn't talk. She doesn't even know if they exist. She only responds when there are numerous allegations. She come and clear the air, and when she clears the air, that's it. That's what she has always been doing, clearing the air. And as I said before, we are waiting for them to play the last card, because we know that it has not finished. This one that is jumping on, holding gun and swearing and pulling shoes, it has not finished. Another one is coming. Another one is coming until they play that last card. Then, maybe then, the deputy prime minister will respond with evidence. she will respond with evidence. So, when you hear all these blackmail shot, don't worry, just calm down. The same way you saw Dr. NgoziOrabueze bring evidence that clarifies about the structure of the government of Biafra. The same way she brought all those evidence, overwhelming evidence. Today, they are no longer talking about that side. They have been defeated on that area. Today, it is men on the ground, men on the ground. And I tell you, man is not man. When you say a man on the ground, it's a single person. When you say man, man is plural. There are a lot of people involved. When you say men, there are lots of people involved. It is not one person. And that is not the name of a person. Men on the ground is not the name of a person. It is not the name of a person. So when Dr. NgoziOrabueze said that the men under the United States of Biafra on the ground are being sponsored and given what they want, and you to come and swear and say she didn't mention your name, she didn't call your name, she didn't say she gave you anything, and she doesn't have to give you anything. In all ramifications, she doesn't have to give you anything. That is the fact. It is the government of Biafra that deals with you. It is the government of Biafra that pays you and provides what you need. And since you are not working with the government of Biafra, the government of Biafra cannot give you anything. So it's not her. When you are taking an oath and say she has given you, no. If you want to take an oath and say you have not eaten money from Biafrans, say you have not eaten money from the Biafran people, or the money that is coming from the United States of Biafra. When you swear such an oath, then let me see how you're going to survive it. Because that money has been even passed to you, either directly or indirectly. You have eaten from it. And swear that oath and you die. But when they come, they bring this their half-truth. They think they can confuse us. They think, by saying that, the Biafra will be confused and move. We are not moved. My fellow Biafrans, today is a special day. And no matter what the enemies, they will not make us to forget why we are here. Today is sit at home. A sit at home to demand for the unconditional release of Mazen Nandekano and every political prisoner in Biafra land. We will continue to demand for their release, whether they like it or not. No distraction will make us to stop. And we will continue to defend ourselves. As we continue on the sit at home, let us have a quick short break and we come back.
Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi bu onye do I walk. O Mary woni zu biroya abakare. Mamanda ora, Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi.
Hey!
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your patience on this very short break, and we must continue to do what we have to do. We must continue to remember our great leaders. We miss them so much. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The two leaders that we had have done a very great and formidable work, and today, the global conspiracy against them is playing out. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been held in captivity in the Zoological Republic after kidnapping him from Kenya. He has been there now going to 5 good years in solitary confinement in Nigeria. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have refused to hands off and refused to deny Biafra. And finally, after dragging him right, left, and center, as he said, that Binta Nyako will never try his case anymore. Finally, he has been allocated a new judge. Today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has a new judge that is going to handle his case, and we are waiting for when the case will be called up again. As he said, when he was speaking, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a man of his word. And remember, consistency is the key. Even when they try to threaten him, if it were those people, some of the idiots that are talking today, they will chicken out of fear. They cannot stand up for their rights. You can see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu fought for his right and he got it. The same way he got the change of his judge, in the same way he's going to come out because he's innocent. He is very innocent. He has not committed any crime. They wanted to force a judge on him and he said it will not happen. And finally, They have removed that judge and they gave him a new judge. And we're expecting more things to happen. Today, the global conspiracy against our Prime Minister, Mazisa Monepa, will also end. It is going to end. The same way this one ended, it is going to end. And we are going to see our Prime Minister again very, very soon. And he will speak with us just the same way he has been speaking. And we will see him dance with victory. This dance of victory that I just played, he is going to dance it again. Very, very soon. Very soon. It's not going to be for too long. He's going to dance it again. Do not bother yourself what the criminals are saying. Don't bother yourself what the enemies are saying. Be focused. Just focus your attention on the right path to go. Once you are focused, you will have no reason to be distracted. I welcome you, my beloved brother, Greg. Thank you so much for joining, my brother Greg. You're welcome. Good to have you here. Sit at home. Let's hear from you, my brother Greg.
Good morning, Jews, and good morning, Biafrans. My greetings to our able leader, Nnamdi Kanu. My greetings to our PM and our President, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, Deputy PM, and all the Biafrans, the cabinets, and the reasonable men on the ground, the reasonable Biafran armies, those that believe in the truth and nothing but the truth. My greetings to all the Biafrans all over the world, those that believe in the truth and nothing but the truth. Whether it favors Biafra or it not favors Biafra, the truth is always the truth, and that is what I stand on. Because that is the only thing that can set Biafra free, and it is only truth that can give us what we are looking for, make what we are looking for to be finished as quick as possible. So I greet all the reasonable Biafrans. May God be with us this week and provide for us and give us good mind, give us love and peace in everywhere we are, in anything we do, in our workplaces, in our homes, in our businesses, and in our broadcasts, every media. May God grant us that particular thing we're asking him. My prayer this morning, and the prayer I pray concerning Biafra and Nigeria, I will repeat it even here. My prayer that God, the maker of heaven and earth, the I am, the God that chose the Israelite people and delivered them from the hand of the Egyptians, we call upon you to come and deliver us from this man-made land they called Nigeria. Because you did not create Nigeria, it was Lugard and his co that bind Nigeria together. So my prayer, oh God, and I pray that every Biafran should start praying that prayer, that let God use his heavenly sword to tear that rope, that chain that bind Nigeria together. Let God tear that rope, because God did not bind them together on his own. God created us according to how he wants us to live. And men come in our land and force us to go into union that God didn't want us to. So my prayer is, let God Almighty break that chain that Lord Lugar binds us with the people that are cleaners. Let God destroy that rope that binds us with those people that are cleaners. We don't hate them, and we are not calling to separate Nigeria because we hate them. We are calling to separate Nigeria because we want to stand on our value and we want to preserve our value. Let them go and preserve what their values and what they believe. Because God told Moses, so go and tell the Pharaoh to leave my people, that they will go and worship me. God knows he is the creator of Egypt. But if there is a God that Egypt is worshiping that God did not recognize. And God came and wanted to separate his people from those people. So that is my prayer. God will separate us from these people and help them to change as well, to make their own land well, good. Let them grow. Let God flourish them. But let God increase us and flourish us and separate us from those people, and every one of us and every part of the country will start respecting each other according to their countries, that they will separate and go each ways. So that is my prayer this morning, and I pray that God will hear this prayer through our Lord Jesus Christ, that I believe.
Amen.
He said, so my brother, I continue to stand on the truth, because it's only the truth that can set us free. There is nothing like half truth. Any truth that is half is not truth. It's just like when you say, when somebody say, we saw him in the market, he's the one that stole something on this shop. And when they catch the thief say, I did not go to market that day. Say, he did not go to market. Say, but people say they saw you and they're the one that broke the shop. He said, no, if somebody saw me, I only passed the market, but I did not go to the market. So, somebody that passed market, but did not go to the market, that is not complete truth. He would have told us from the beginning that I passed through the market, and this is why I passed through the market. This is what I did in that market. So but you say you did not go to market until somebody say, no, we saw you. Then he say, yes, I passed through the market, but I did not stop. So that is not complete truth. That is something like look like truth, but that is not truth. The truth that you passed through the market and you went to the market and you are the one that stole that particular thing. So others, they are evil. The point there is, when it pains me so much, are people that do it in the name of God. That is the highest shrine of it. So, and if I can understand, it is like this gentleman come out and make another video. Because we are on the weekend, I didn't have the time to go through a lot of things on this weekend. Yeah. So, but with what I can understand shows, when we are growing up, and with the story of my family, so they were showing us lands that belong to us, but people claim that land. So then my father said that land is our land, but the people who claim that land, they would ask them to come and take oath. He said there is something they called Ndawili or whatever. And there is another thing he said. So what people did was, when they took the oath, they said they would come on the land. He said, it's just like I am living here in this city, this Goblin city. And I will say, if this Goblin city is not my land, if this land in this Goblin city is not my land, let this thing happen to me. Automatically, the Goblin city where I'm living and the land where I was born, example, is my land. I don't know if you get it.
Yes.
So the person, yeah. So my father said these people take that oath in that way, but that it was not what's supposed to be the oath they're supposed to take.
Exactly.
So they're supposed to take the oath because on that particular portion of the land that they are dragging, that is their own.
Yes.
That is how the spirit will kill them. So they were clever and they took that oath. If this land does not belong to us, the whole of the land of the community belongs to them, because you are originally from that community and you were born from that community. Yeah, understand. So nothing will happen to them. Some of those lands, some of them, their parents later tell them the truth, and some of them came back to say that they are sorry. Understand? So that is half truth. But this guy coming here, the odds was supposed to, if I have gotten any money from the government of United States of Biafra, that the NgoziOrabueze is now leading. If you have gotten any money from United States of United States of Biafra, led by the NgoziOrabueze and his Minister of Finance, if I have gotten any kobo, and if I have given Butus any money to get to me, let this plan strike you, then we will know that NgoziOrabueze is lying.
Simple, directly or indirectly. Young, what do you?
Yeah.
If you have eaten
So
the money,
if I have gotten any money from the contribution that came through the USB that NgoziOrabueze led by the Secretary of Defense, either indirectly or directly, given to me by our commander, our general, Butus or whoever, if those money have entered into our mouth, or we use it to buy anything, let that land strike you. Then we will know that you have not taken that money. You are not getting any money. We are not children. Oh, my man, I said, we don't know where money I am. Majority of us, at time of shall be. Man, those trick.
I don't mind them because we're there abroad. We don't
they feel that we are fools. Abroad does not mean that we don't abroad does not have trick or those things. And this abroad that you people are envying people. Nobody stopped you for coming, and nobody that went abroad that because he loved it so much. If other people left, I in particular, I always say it, and if you come to my city here, I will tell you, I did not one day dream that I will be living in abroad. Going to do what? You see? So that is the thing. So it's not everybody that is living abroad that came with their mind or came because they want to come. No. One thing or the other must brought them here. Some left because of economical problems. Some left because of trade in their place. Some left because of sickness. Some left with a lot of reasons. So when somebody who's in this abroad and is trying everything he can, contributing money to make sure that the Biafra come, you cannot take that person for granted. And you started laying curses upon the media people who contribute their money and give you drink from that water. Some of the money that Ogen gave to you was still contributed from these people. And you're laying curses upon them. So that guy did not come to fight for Biafra. I'm telling you. I don't believe him anymore. Because any person that comes to fight Biafra, I'm telling you, his heart, in the first place, your heart must be clean and channel exactly that particular thing you're doing. And that is the problem we are having today. If your mind is in forwarding, you are looking direct to that Biafra you're looking for. If that Biafra that's your goal, 100%, not attach it with any other thing, you will always follow the truth. That is why I look at this 70-year-old woman. I say that woman, she is not a child of God. Never.
Okay.
I'm afraid to say it. I'm not a Pentecostal, but when you look at majority, I'm not saying that as a Catholic, the one I'm going is the best. But when you look at majority that use the name of God in vain, it is too much in these Pentecostal people. Some people just come out and he use the name of God that is spiritual. God tell me. God did not tell me. Which God? Which God will tell you to leave a child that is supposed to be your son? You're a 70-year-old woman. As an Igbo woman, if you attend Sunlight University from the olden days, that means you must have married at the age of, let's say, minimum 25 years if you are a graduate in Nigeria. Unless if some of them who marry around very early, 18, 19, 20 years in those days, because they did not go attend to university. So maybe when they finish secondary school, some marry immediately after primary school, and those 70 years old, some married immediately after primary school, some married immediately after secondary school. Maybe she went to America and started going to school and studied there. Then we can say maybe she married at the age of 20 or 22. So someone who married at the age of 20 or 22 and our PM now is maybe early 40 or 30 something years. So that means this man must be either the age of your last son or your daughter, or middle, or any one of them middle, and he has problem, and you dodge him and you abandoned you abandoned him. He did not come out to talk anything, to do anything. And when you come, he started lying. You started lying against the person who stands for him. And you were once in that particular government, and you know everything. And the one to put now said that he is a signature to this account that is condemning. Exactly. Why did you not condemn it when the prime minister was there? That means you were hypocrites, and you are calling the name of God. And you are calling the name of God in vain. Why did you not in that particular time say the PM? No, this account cannot work. Let us, then you bring a solution that will work. Then the PM will say, okay, that is correct. Why did after when they get the PM, why do you not remain in the government and say, no, we must change this account so that this will happen? Why do you not, you just dodge from the government? You are evil. That is not cause. I'm telling you what you are and what you are doing. What you did and what you are still doing are evil. You are an evil person, and you are not worried to stand in the altar because your hands are not clean. You are a deceiver. I pray this message got to you, and let your conscience judge you. Let your conscience judge you. Anytime you take microphone as an elderly person, you stand in the altar of God. Remember this word. I say that you are evil because you are a blasphemer. You are a hypocrite. Why didn't you tell your son Simon Ekpa that this account we are using is what do you call it? Islamic account. We don't need it. Why did you not object it when he was here? And now you are using it to destabilize all the work this man did night and day without rest. And you think you are doing good. You are evil. I pray God make you to watch this video. Unless you come back and repent and ask for apology to Simon for saying that what he did was evil. That it was Islamic bank, which is not him, and you are saying it on his back. You are not a good person. So that is the problem. And any person that is supporting evil always, if it not get to you, it might get to those people that are behind you. But my prayer is I'm not among the people who pray. I say, what if I do anything? Let me suffer it, not my children. I don't pray for any bad prayer for any of his children or his grandchildren. But let him be alive to suffer what he did. Yeah, some people can stay up to 90 years, but he will be seeing any evil that he supported and see that it's not good. See? So the terrible thing in our Biafra, this agitation is because people are not honest. People are not honest. Their goal is not determined for this particular Biafra. Their goal is, I want to be reverend. I want people to notice me, noticing. I want to be in the position. If I'm not in position, anything have to scatter. If I'm not in the power, everything scatter. Why must it scatter? If Biafra is exactly what you are looking for, you can stay aside and still give contribution. It is the only thing, all your good work will prove that if Dr. NgoziOrabueze, or if the people who selected this government remove you from the power because of they hate you or because of anything, I'm telling you, the injustice they made against you, Ogenkere, or you Akmarawa, or you Vamavan, if removing you from the government, that after the what do you call it? After the government, after the cabinet was reshuffled, and the point of the day is when they reshuffle this, when they remove, when they stop say this cabinet will be dissolved.
Dissolved cabinet.
When they dissolve the cabinet, that had not been that time it was dissolved. Didn't even mean that maybe they might not have position in the new cabinet.
Yeah.
But maybe if it was dissolved, maybe they would have gotten a different position to know if they would act more better in that area. But they started fighting because maybe the appointment was not given to them to select. You see. So, or maybe there was somebody who was inside, who was leaking secret to them. That your name is not in the people that they selected. So immediately when the PM was taken, they started ganging up against his government and against any other person. So that is what might have happened. So, but they were not real. Had it been all those things happen, you stay aside. You did your account. Everybody give his account on what he have done, and you stay aside, still support the government. The truth will surface if there was injustice against you. It's 100%. But now you started scattering it and using propaganda to lie against these people because you are not there, and you want to use propaganda to make things not to work. It will work. It can only maybe delay a little bit, but will it work? Definitely it will work without you, because you have shown that you are not real. That is the point. So, my brothers, we will continue fighting. We will not stop. We will continue debunking all their lies. And when they try to show that they are clever, we tell them, no, you're not clever. We all come from the same place. Yeah. So, so what do you call it? The 70-year-old woman with the to coming out on Thursday and Friday. Hey, maybe there will be no fundraising. Nobody will go to their fundraising again. But it's still rain, and it will continue raining. You see? So that is the thing. Yeah.
Thank you
so much, my brother.
Thank you so much. I thank every Biafran that are still standing strong. Just like my brother said, they thought that when they brought their propaganda, that they went on Saturday, people not come. But on Saturday, you saw it. Biafrans came out in mass, even to show how idiotic they are. Some of them still join us to come and interrupt. They will come to the fundraising just to come and interrupt. They come there, they collect money, and they interrupt.
That is another thing. You know, that should be around 11 o'clock. So I took my one on the other phone. I said, let me go to YouTube. Let me see where I did not see their fundraising, but I see another Rama and showing our fundraising in his this thing.
Because that's the only thing I can give her a view now. That's the only thing I can give her a view. She's after the view.
So you want after the money she will make from that view. Exactly. You see? So why it's like me now. Since all this I have not watched, like almost of all this information is this one I had from when I had it from people talk about it. Then maybe I might go and look. But for me, it's now we go and start looking at them. What would I do with them? I don't even have their time. So how much more you now? It's like you going to televise their fundraising for what? So why not? They pay your money. Why not? You see, she's only coming to this struggle only to make money and to be popular, nothing more. You see, she's trying to. You know, I don't know how all these things work. I didn't know that she might have the access to channel her program to be streaming it live.
Of course, there's a website for that. There's a website. Once you're registered in StreamYard, you can stream any program. All you need to do is when the person come in, you just drag the program and stream it on your own program. It's something that is easy to do.
Yeah,
That's a site for that. Once you make payment on that site, this StreamYard. With StreamYard or this Restream. With Restream, you can use Restream. Once the person is doing live, any program at all, you just take it, go to that very platform, just like you see it on YouTube or whatever. You drag it and connect it to your own platform. It will be showing on your platform the same way it's showing in other places.
Okay, but that you have to download the extra thing or whatever.
That's a StreamYard. You have to use a Restream. You have to Restream. You pay. They pay monthly. You register for that StreamYard. Once you use that site, you can stream. Even this one I'm using, you can use it to stream other people's program. You just drag it in and you stream it.
Okay. Because I say, which one this woman? She not go their own program. Which one she they do for? Go back to WSF. Go back to Greek. I was thinking she will go in for this thing.
She's supposed to be in their fundraising.
Yeah.
That is the funny thing. How can you be preaching something and you do something else? You say they say you should stop saga. Even in that program where you are saying it, you are still doing saga. That same program, you do saga. You didn't even wait even for 24 hours. You were doing saga. You are still doing it. You said they should go back. Yeah, you said we should return back. You yourself did not return. You said they gave you a message. What's the message? So you don't even respect the message in yourself. You just say, "Come to Biafra." All the other people get have respected the message. No leadership by example. He have good to make that and implement. Your followers will now say because you have obeyed, they will equally follow you. Even those who did not obey, when they see you obeying, they will say maybe something good is going to come out. They will follow you. But you that brought the information, you didn't obey anyone. You did not obey going back to where you're coming from. You did not obey to stop saga. It's very funny. These people are very funny. My brother, they can't distract us. I want us to look into one video. That is one of these video. This video we're supposed to have treated this video since last week, but last week was too hot. It was too hot, and we need to address issues that we are coming. All those are propaganda and blackmail for the people that have a soft mind, the people that cannot digest information. That's why I didn't play the video. So, but I think we have to look onto this video today. One of the confession in the Okuta panel. I think the confession from the testimony from Uchechukwu Merije, former Minister of Communication or Information there. Uchechukwu Merije. That was a place he was interviewed. I want us to listen to that very video and get some knowledge from there. Let's watch.
Nzegu, who led the coup in Kaduna, is an Igbo man.
Yes.
In Exhibit 9, that is why we struck by Ademoyega, which I'm sure you must have read. You read it. The excuse given for not acting in Enugu at all was the visit of the Archbishop. Is that correct?
Yes.
The reason why the coup did not take place at all in Enugu.
Yes.
In Exhibit 8, which you also tendered, that is the book written by Bule. Bule said when they were discussing the coup, he expressed his fears that people will say it was an evil coup.
Well, Bule could answer that question. I didn't tender that. Bule
you must have read it.
Yes, I read it, yes.
Okay. You read that?
Yes.
He also said the reason why he said so was that 60% of the officer corps at that time were all Igbos.
Yes.
Now, please give him a copy of the response by Arewa.
Response by who?
My lord, it has not been tendered yet.
Not been tendered. How can I give him what is not tendered yet?
It
has to be tendered first.
Yes, it has happened in this tribunal.
Hold it. Okay. Our procedure here is tender, mark, read, use.
My Lord, we apply to tender the response by Ariwa. We can. Through him.
From the bar?
No, my Lord, it has been done, with all respect, it has been done in this commission that an attention of a witness is drawn to a document.
I know. If you tender it from the bar...
I'm not tendering it from the bar. I want to tender it through the witness.
So how can they cross-examine him? He's not a maker.
My Lord, I'm not saying he's a maker. I want him to read a portion of it, and it was done in this commission, my Lord.
Well,
this is a fact-finding commission, and it was done in this commission.
I know. But if you wanted to tender a document, it's either from the bar or from the
I want to
box.
draw his attention to a portion.
Well, if you call attention, then it becomes something for identification. When it's tendered, it becomes an exhibit.
Thank you, my Lord. No, it doesn't matter. He will identify it. Let me see the place. Please have a look at this document.
All right, you want to contradict him with that?
Not contradiction.
Well, that's the point. If it's a question of contradicting him, then you lay the foundation. Then you give him, look at this document. Then it's tendered.
I'm not contradicting him, my Lord.
Well,
I'm following a sequence of asking of facts.
Now give him, if he says he knows what it is, whether you have seen it before.
Have a look at the cover of that document. It was the response by Ariwa Forum to your petition. Is that correct?
Yes.
My Lord, even at this stage, if they want the witness to stand down and put somebody to tender that document, we will not have any problem. But this witness cannot tender a document made by another person in cross-examination. It is not yet evidence. My Lord, I will object, even for him to look at it. I do not mind if they want him to stand down, they put in their witness, tender a document which becomes evidence, and then we can go on. We have never seen this done before.
Earlier on, there are ways of tendering a document and purposes for tendering a document. If you want to contradict a witness, you lay the foundation, what we call insinuation, probing, then confrontation. You haven't done any insinuation, you haven't done any probing, therefore it's not confrontation. Now, if you tender it from the bar, nobody can cross-examine you where you are. So somebody will go there and tender it, then be cross-examined on it. It becomes an exhibit.
With all respect, my Lord, we'll leave the document for now. Please give the witness Exhibit 8. Exhibit 8 was tendered by Ohanizi. Exhibit 8. See page, please look at page 18. You have seen the place at the bottom of the page where Bule said, the whole world will think that the coup is an Igbo coup.
I didn't say where I'm reading.
Yes, I'll show it to you. The page 18 is on your left, page 19 on your right. Towards the middle, because there are up to 10 paragraphs, where he said, Igbos and Yorubas, but mostly Igbos. The world may say this was an Igbo coup. That's Bule himself. You have seen the place?
Yes, I've seen it.
Yes. And then down there, second to the last line, is where he stated that 60% of the entire officer corps of the Nigerian army are Igbos. You have seen that also?
Yes, I've seen that.
Yes. Then go to page 28.
Yes.
Now, page 28, the second paragraph. But the premier didn't think much of that answer. You have seen that? About paragraph.
Yes. Not the second. Not
yes,
second
that was
paragraph.
when the premier visited them in London and spoke in Hausa, and that annoyed them. And then down there he said, "Don't worry, Ben." Nzegu said, "We will soon teach that bloody potentate a lesson he will never forget."
That is one man's prejudice. It's not the prejudice
Yes,
of those Igbo people.
have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
Yes. So you have agreed with me that the officers who led the coup in Kaduna, Lagos, and Ibadan were all Igbo officers.
No, Colonel Unebo is not an Igbo who tried to save the coup and lost his life.
I'm talking of those who led the coup, not those who participated. Okafo and Ifejuna led the coup in Lagos, Nzegu in Kaduna, Nwobusi in Ibadan. The coup did not take place in Enugu. Is that correct?
I'm listening.
Okay. No, I want you to answer whether that is correct.
I won't say all those who led the coup. We are talking about the 5 majors. Yes, beyond that, there are many others. No.
Comrade, you signed the petition and signed the summary.
Yes.
And this was tendered as part of the petition.
And in petition, I never said that the all who led the coup are Igbos. So what they're asking me is nothing in my petition I signed.
From what you read now, Nzegu and Bule planned to kill Sardauna since 1962, simply because he
I don't know
spoke.
about Bule.
You read it now. That's what you read. That's Bule and Nzegu talking there on that page. They were annoyed Sardauna spoke Hausa, and they said they will teach him a lesson he will never forget.
But the sentence they didn't say Nzegu and Bule said. He said Nzegu said.
No, don't worry, Ben. Nzegu said. So is that correct that Nzegu said so? From what you read.
Yes, that's his personal opinion.
Is that correct that he said so?
Fed, I wasn't overseas with them anyway. That's all written here.
No, from what you read, I'm not saying you are overseas with them.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, give him Exhibit 9. Okay. Please see page 85 to 86 of that exhibit. See page 85.
Yes, I'm on page 85.
Yes.
There is something I want people to understand here. When he was speaking, there was a statement he made. He said 65% of the military men there, officers, were Igbos. You are talking about Nigerian military officers. 65% of them were Igbos. And that is one of their annoyance. It's one of the annoyance why, when it came to the issue of the pogrom, they eliminated almost all the officers. Almost all the officers. Today, the officers of Igbo race today they're not even up to 10%. But this was at a time when people were in Nigerian forces by merit. By merit. 65% of them, Nigerian army officers, were Igbos.
That is the area that's what I wanted to say now, because majority of this military were not recruited by Nigerians, so they were recruited by the British.
Exactly.
And the British
qualified.
Yes, and British they recruited them by merit and qualified. So they were not looking at the
racial balance and all the things.
They did not look on the religion. They did not look on the tribal or anything, but they were looking at people who were understanding what they were teaching.
Exactly.
At that particular time. So that was under merit. And these people didn't like it. And they worked against it until today and make sure they achieve what that's
exactly. Up to today. That is
up
why
to today.
during the program they went rampage.
Let me tell you the truth. You know why this Ubuta panel, I think that this Ubuta panel, whatever they call it. Ubuta panel. This Ubuta is the father of
this the idiot.
A Charlie boy.
Charlie boy.
Ubuta. So this panel did not bring anything. Because if the Yorubas and the Igbo that attended this forum, even this my brother here, that is Chukwumerij and the rest of them, this would have been the opportunity to decide if the Nigeria would be one or not. Because all these accusations, Igbos or no Igbos, Yoruba or no Yoruba, shows them that they cannot work together. So because this panel did not achieve nothing.
Nothing was achieved. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And if they were sensible, that was where they were supposed to start this agitation.
Yes. Then the only thing this panel did is to showcase how divided Nigeria was and still to today. So, and why did they not use this panel at this point to have that discussion? Okay, with this panel, that is why I say when you come in the whole world, the only country in the whole world that doesn't never tell themselves truth till today is Nigeria. Because when you come into this panel and you watch all the whole thing, all the whole discussion and the whole battles, you see that they cannot work. They cannot be one. All these accusing fingers, the North are very angry, the South are very angry, the Middle Belt are very angry, the East are very angry. And you see that they're not working. After all this panel, they find out that they cannot be together. But for them to bring the results and sit down and say, this panel, this is what this panel find out, and this is our findings, is sure that we cannot be one. Then from there, the discussion will start. They did not do it. And that is why that panel died today. It just quenched like fire because they find the truth, and the truth, they could not use it to achieve something. That's the fact. So because watching this thing, when you watch it, it only makes you angry. It makes you angry. And our leader that went to this very panel, where for me, I'm sorry I will not use that language that wanted to come to my mind, but they all failed. Because this opportunity, this place gave an opportunity to lay down their case without gun and bullets.
Exactly.
That we cannot be one, and they cannot work. This is where this discussion was supposed to start, and they will be talking about the referendum in this very panel.
In this very panel, they're supposed to end the referendum. Referendum supposed to end.
So this panel did not bring nothing, because the person who initiated this panel were corrupt, which was Obasanjo. This was Obasanjo administration. So, and Obasanjo know the truth. And that is why, because when the result of this panel shows that we cannot be one. Otherwise, they would have used this panel to do something. They would have used it to make Nigeria work. But because the panel could not achieve its own purpose, they make it to quench it, and they just die down. Nothing happened, and they spend billions of dollars in this panel. So that's because Nigeria not honest. Even Obasanjo is a devil. He is not honest. So anytime Obasanjo want to come and talk, the international community is supposed to ask him, this panel that you initiated and you organized, what was the result, and why did that panel not achieve anything?
Yes.
Nobody have asked him. And the British and the international world know that this panel was inaugurated, but nobody asked about what happened after this panel. So I think our government is supposed to raise this very panel, and you're supposed to start bringing this panel up now. This is the panel that was initiated after the death of Abiola, and Obasanjo got power. And they wanted to think they will use this panel to bring Nigeria to work again. But the panel shows how divided Nigeria was. Even Nigeria was not as divided as it is now. But this is what was happening.
Now. It is worse now than then. Then it was a little bit better.
Yeah, because some of the founding fathers were still alive in this very panel. In this particular time, I think Zeke was still alive.
Yeah.
He was still alive. Ojukwu was still alive. Awolowo was still alive. I think Awolowo was still alive as well. No, Awolowo had died. I think. I don't know. I don't know if Awolowo died before 1999. So, but I know some of the founding fathers, some of them were still alive in this very discussion. And they saw that this discussion shows how divided Nigeria was in 1999-2000. This panel was organized. Until today, Nigeria is more divided than ever. But look at what happened in this very panel. That will tell you that Nigeria can never work.
There is one thing again he said in this that was exposed in this very program that he said. He made mention when that lawyer that is representing Arewa was speaking. The guy said that Nzogu got angry because Tafawa Balewa came in a meeting to address the Nigerian soldiers, which comprises of 65% Igbos.
Yeah.
And he was addressing them in Hausa. Why do you have to address a national army in Hausa?
And it's still happening today. I want to tell you one story.
Why are you addressing a country that you know that have different tribes and different things, and already you will have your general language, which is English. You left English, and you addressing them in Hausa.
I want to tell you one story before I stop. My brother entered already. That should be 2016. I went to Nigeria. So there is one of my unit truck that come at that time. So, and I have decided I don't want anything. I don't want that particular truck to be in Lagos. So it come out very late. So I just got one guy. He said he will drive it to east. I tell him okay, because I will be leaving the next morning. It's like somebody supposed to leave. I supposed to travel tomorrow evening from east, coming back. So and this truck come out this Monday today evening. So when they come out around 3 o'clock, so I just got that guy who have been waiting. So when the thing come out, before we come out from because of traffic, before we come out to all this and other things, it was almost something to seize. So the guys, I tell him I'm leaving tomorrow, so I must leave this evening. So he said this truck is sound. He said he will drive it, no problem. I said okay. I said okay, come on, I will drive with you. So two of us. So we left very late. We came to after Ijabo. After Ijabo, then going before we get to Benin. So there's somewhere custom used to stay in that place. So we got there around let's say around 12. So custom, they just stopped us. So we just stopped. They asked the guy the papers. He gave them the papers. The papers complete. So but when they look at all those things. So I was discussing the guy with the neighbor language. He said, no, don't speak Igbo here. But they were speaking only Hausa. They were speaking only Hausa. He said, if I want to speak with my brother, I must talk with him in English. But when they want to talk within themselves, they speak Hausa, which I don't understand. So, and that time was around 12 o'clock in the midnight. He said, don't speak. If you speak Igbo here again, I shoot you. So the guy is telling me I should keep quiet. You know. But that guy understand that also because they are the people that were living in the north. Before Before there's one of these things, these killings that happened in the north, and their father's house in the north was born and swell and business. So most of them relocate they lost their business and they go to Lagos. So the guys in here understand. I was on that way. He's telling me that I should quiet. That this what they are talking is not good. The one that saying that if we speak, they are telling his brothers that if we speak Igbo again here, they will deal with us. You see, that's one of them tell. So it's still happening today. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It is still happening today. That when you stop, if you speak Hausa, you don't have problem. But if you speak Igbo, you have problem. Even the Igbo man that is woman among them will not side. He will just be quiet. He will not even talk. He will not talk. So it's a problem.
It's a pity that is a country where we find ourselves, but we will not allow them to carry, because this division we see when we talk about saying Nigeria cannot be able to survive or can be the same. It is not just a mere hate. We're not saying it out of hatred. We're not saying it out of greed. We're not saying it out of ignorance. It is something that is implanted all from their forefathers. That same Tafabolo, a very divisive man, very, very divisive. And Nzogu knows them very well. He knows their attitude. That was why when he came into the coup, he didn't look back. He didn't look back.
But he didn't look back, but he was a fool.
He didn't back. That is why all of them were serving Nigeria. They were all working for Nigeria and serving Nigeria. He wasn't doing it for he's a one Nigerianist. He was not trying to do it to create Biafra. He was
one Nigerianist because he was serving the Nigerian and serving the British. That was his goal. It was the message. He was only respecting the British.
British is Nigeria. He was serving them.
Yeah, it was nothing British. Let's say that
their evil creation. And now look at what it has cost. Thank you, my brother Maxwell. Thank you for joining. You're welcome, my brother Max. Let's hear you before we continue on this video and play more of it.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chicks, Mazi Craig, Anna Mekele. I'm greeting every one of you in the comment section, and I say happy Monday, my brother. There was a happy Monday to each and every one of you, and a happy sitting at home today. And I believe that our people are sitting at home. And as you do that, you are doing it for your fatherland. And for me, you are doing it for my motherland. I support you and I encourage you to do more. We cannot go outside the street, on the street to protest. They will come after us. They will unleash everything that they have on the innocent, unarmed Biafrans. So we have decided to choose the other path. And that is what we are, and that is what we are going to do. Continue to do it until the results are also known. Thank you so much, great people. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. The man that, see, when we were in the military, it was it wasn't as bad as it is now. But let me tell you, it was also bad. It was also bad.
Of course.
When I was in the military, supposing it is an exam, or you go into the class, because the other rank where I joined, I didn't join as an officer. I joined through, recruitment as an other rank. And I had the opportunity to become a commissioned officer because I exceeded staff sergeant. It is from staff sergeant that you will be allowed, to go for what they call Warrant Officers Academy, where you will be trained for 1 year and promoted to the rank of a captain direct. They call it executive commission or Q commission or whatever. But that one have a limit. You will not pass the rank of a major unless you convert into direct regular combatant, what they call DRC, direct regular combatant. If you pass the exam, then you cannot proceed from major to lieutenant colonel and above, to colonel, brigadier general and above. But if you don't convert as a key commission from other rank who just passed the Warrant Officers Academy, you will not exceed major. That is how it is. You see, for me, for any Biafran to secure, I told you that there is one of our brother from Okonano. He's my brother. He's a Biafran. But he never took me as one of his brother. Rather, he was hobnobbing with the northern people. He's from Okonano, Enugu. We were in the same barrack. But this man was the 79 and he enlisted. But I met him, a private soldier. My brother, he joined the army in the 80s. But when I joined him, 91, thereabout, he was still a private soldier. His mates, the thing that he tried to ignore, deny his identity, these same people recognize that you, no matter how you are, no matter how you change your color and everything, you've seen a chameleon. That is who you are. No matter which way you want to do or deny your people, you are an Igbo man. And we will treat you as an Igbo man. But he never understood that. But those of us that understood what was going on that time, we played our cards. I never waited for them to recommend me or to, go for promotion board or whatever. My ranks were given to me on the field. That was how I got my rank, on the field. I did not go and pay anybody. I did not go. When I perform, my performance stands out. From quarterguard sergeant as a potential, not a substantive, potential sergeant. I was a private soldier, and I was hanging a field rank sergeant to command quarterguard for dignitaries, for presidents, and dignitaries from outside. Under one deep, I was doing that. That was what made me to be a typical Igbo man. Yes, that is where my mother comes from. We are not lazy. When you put us as a housekeeper, just like Ahmed Bello said, keep us as we will not, because we are housekeeper. Then the role is too small. We will organize it and we will make meaningful things out of it. That is the nature of an Igbo man. I don't know where the paper is. You see, so that is how it is. We are great people. And the Wonshiko Biafrans are like crab. You can't eat them in hiding. Once you bite the crab, people will know that, yes, someone is eating something there. You can't hide. That is who you are. Wherever you go, you perform. But that criminal construct called Nigeria is what is covering. Your glory has been covered by what Nigeria? The glory of an Igbo, a Biafra, has been covered. And they don't want to lift it. These people are doing everything on daily basis to make sure that they cover us. But God forbid, Chukwu Okike Abiama will never allow them to succeed in what they have planned to do to us. This Okuta panel, Chukwu Merije, the sound was one of a very big time field martial arts under taekwondo. He was the son was our senior. They got their black belt before us. You see that the son Chukwuemeka Chimerije, he represented Nigeria in taekwondo, I think in one of the Olympics or so. That's the father there. That is the father that is talking there in that Okuta panel. You see, if you look at what happened, I do not know how long. We have a lot of time to discuss about this Mazichukes. Today, they will have to talk more on this issue, these pertinent issues that is bordered in the liberation and the will of the Biafran people. From the beginning, Nigeria, when Nigeria was formed, it was a British construct from a Lugard. And the Goldie, it was an enterprise. They sold it to the British people. I think about 600,000 or 700,000 pounds. They sold that land and you see people coming today to defend a franchise that was put together for easy administration. They sold the people in it and the resources in it to the English people. And today we are complaining that the English people have access to our oil in Biafra land. British people have access, total control. If you want to become a president, you have to go to Chatham House to go and tell them what to do. The one they support is the one that is going to win. The one that is ready to do their bidding and continue to maintain the evil that they have, created in Nigeria is the one that they will support. But the one they feel that they will not support them. That is what Nigeria is. Before this time, Nigeria, Igbos, Biafrans were thriving. When meritocracy was still there, they were thriving. Majority of the military officers as at that time were Igbos and Yorubas. The other people don't want to come out. The North don't want to come out. The major of their thing that even when we were recruiting, when we were under training, some of them would just come and collect their allowance and run away and use it to go and start cigarette, table, this is. That is what they do. Once they collect the allowance, now maybe 2 months or 3 months, they use it and run away and go and start that thing they carry, condo, start business. Some of them ran away and left us. They were forcing them to remain in the army. They were forcing during our own time. While we were there suffering, and when you come out, this same person that will not come and tell you that you are dominating everywhere. Is it not by merit? If you don't participate, will you be among?
That is it.
Will you be among? Mazu Chooks, look at the refineries at that time. Which people, the artisans, which people were controlling the refinery, River State, Port Harcourt refinery? Were they not most Igbos of merit? Were they not producing crude and refining everything on daily basis and supplying, even exporting us at that time? From the day they removed the Igbos and put them, the Biafrans, and put them on the ground, what happened? Has it worked? Do you think that it is by coincidence that these things are not working? Do you think that this is by coincidence? God is working on these people. God is telling them something, yet they refuse to understand. They are behaving like the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh in Egypt, that is how they are behaving. And the day God is going to deal with them, see, look from that time, Michael, Okpara, and the rest of Southern, all of them, according to Mazen Namdekanu, they were progressing in their own ways, at their own speed and pace. What happened? That is the reason why I never loved and I would never like military regime. If the military regime didn't happen, probably the old Eastern region will be vibrant enough to stand against anything that happens in the country, because they were growing left, right, and center. Anything they touched their hand as at that time was growing. You cannot satisfy everybody at the same time. But when 70 or 80% of the people are benefiting, it is going to cover the rest. They topple it. They toppled it because UK wanted to stop the growth of the economy in old Eastern region, which is Biafra, declared Biafra. That is what they want. That was their plan. And they did it. They did it. We fought a war. Our grandfathers, great-grandfathers, most of them fought a war that they were not prepared to fight. Even upon that, to tell you how strong Biafrans are, men and women of Biafra land, it took them 3 years. It took them 3 years to subdue Biafrans. That was then. That was then. See, all these things that from that time to today, is Nigeria developing, the chooks and those that are listening to me today?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of developing, it's retrogressing. It is going down every day. Next year is going to be worse than this year. The other one will be worse. That is how it is going until that country is going to ground. That's what we call ground arm. That is when you ground your arm, you move away. That is what is going to happen to that country. I'm telling you. Mazen Namdekano said it. As long as you keep intimidating the Biafran people, the people that did not do you anything, people whose hands are as clean as snow, their hands are clean as snow when it comes to, what they can do. You are thriving, you are struggling to put them down, to cover them. You will not succeed. Rather, you will go down yourself. You will go down yourself. And that is what is happening. The handwriting is on the wall. The handwriting is on the wall. The handwriting is on the wall. They could not see it. That is just the opposite. They can't see it, and they will go down and go down and go down. And Biafrans will be liberated themselves. And that is what is going to happen. All these things that you put here are shenanigans. They just want to fool. That's what my stepfather used to say. He said they just want to use it to fool you, to make you belong. But right inside them, deep into their heart, there is an enormous hate and envy, jealousy that is ingrained in their heart against you, the Biafran people. I pity those that will come and say, one Nigeria, one after looking at it is evidential. You have incontestable facts that will show you that that country, you've never been loved in that country. You are hated. And some Biafrans will come and begin to tell you, oh, we are going to vote for P2B. Oh, we are waiting for 2027. Oh, we are waiting where a country where your votes don't count. Ordinary Ghana, my fatherland, ordinary Ghana. When I go and vote, I'll go back to my house. And what is counted there is what they are going to publish. I don't need to stay there. And you don't see people dying. Any officer, any enforcement or law enforcement officer that kills anybody or maltreats anybody will pay the price here. How many of them are being prosecuted? Look at what happened in Adamawa. Sunday Jackson or whatever they call him wrestled with a Fulani, a knife attacker, a knife attacking Fulani header, grazing in his land also. On his farm, he stabbed him, he overpowered him, and did what he did. Honestly. And today, after 10 years, they are sentencing him to death for self-defense. What of if the header, the attacking header, killed him? That is the country you want us to live in. To fear, but we cannot live in such a country. Thank you so much. God bless you. I yield here.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. That point you raised lastly is one of those things that we see in the zoo, and it only happens in the zoo. And because that guy that is involved is a Christian and from the West, that is how it is. When the herdsmen that have been taking innocent life on a daily basis at every point in time, they are not punished. But once you react, you become the aggressor. They will make you the aggressor immediately. You see every time in the Southeast when they come to take life, they attack in Enugu State, attack in the Ebonyi State. Once the attack is made, the very first thing you will hear, oh, don't retaliate, go back home. And they will go freely. It is very sad. Let's play this video and hear more about it, because there are some important things we have to talk on this very place.
Sorry, let me see my own copy. Exhibit 9 is the book written by Ademoyega. Is that correct?
Yes.
At page 85, Ademoyega described Chief Ojukwu as crafty and selfish. Is that correct?
Yes. No.
Now, you will agree with me that from what happened, that is the coup being led by Igbo officers, and the fact that only leaders, political leaders from the north and west were killed, it was reasonable for people to assume that it was an Igbo coup.
It could be reasonable for the man in the street, but not the elite.
Or for the man in the street?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, at page 11 of Exhibit 1, that is your petition, you said, as far as you're concerned, the coup was purely a military event. Are you still standing by that?
Sorry?
That the coup of 1966 was purely a military event?
Yes.
In what context?
Very much so, yes.
Yes. How?
Because it was a coup planned and executed by military officers.
Military officers from a section of the country.
By military officers.
Killing politicians from another section.
Comprising both Igbos and many others. You could say the leaders are Igbos, but comparing all Igbos and many others.
All the 4 senior military officers killed in Lagos, Mai Malari, Khur Mohammed, Pam, and Lagerma, were all northern officers. Is that correct?
If it was in the heat of the coup,
is that correct? Simple question. Is that correct?
Well, I'm adding one to make it correct.
Okay, so out of the 5 killed, 4 were all northern officers.
Yes.
Okay. Now you complained about Arabic inscription in the badge of the Nigerian army.
Please, I want everybody to pay attention to this, please. Me, I never know this one before. After he speak on this one, then I beg gonna go help me explain. I think, thank God that my brother Christian, my brother Maxwell is here. You will help us to confirm this in me. I never hear this one before. I beg, make we listen to this part.
Okay, so out of the 5 killed, 4 were all northern officers.
Yes.
Okay. Now you complained about Arabic inscription in the badge of the Nigerian army. You will agree with me that there is also an eagle as part of that badge. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you know that that eagle represents Roman Catholic. I'm sure you know.
I beg you. Me, I never heard this one before. I beg, my brother Max, you are here. At least you go help educate us for this one, though. They say the eagle wait there for their uniform, on our uniform. Say represent the Roman Catholic. And we have a Roman Catholic person here also. I think we have Greg here. We have Greg here. He's also a Roman Catholic. When I go tell us whether that eagle wait there for the uniform of army, whether that one represents the Catholic Church. I beg. Our brother Max, go first.
You see, there is Arabic inscription in the Nigerian army flag, and
definitely we know of that. Yes.
Yes, there is that, and on that, at the center of it, you see eagle, and beside the eagles, you see horses. You know, I think horses around it. You see, is the horses is something, but I've forgotten though. It's something that guards. It's a symbol of unity. You see, there is no problem with the eagle there and the horses around. There's no problem about that. But
what does the eagle represent? The eagle represent the Catholic Church?
How can eagle represent Catholic where you have the rosary there?
That is what the lawyer is saying there. That is right. So why are we complaining about Arabic? Say the eagle there represent Catholic Church. So you that is in the military, did they tell you people that the eagle represent Catholic Church?
Never. I've never heard that. There's no time I was told in the military that ego represent Catholic. You know, we recognize there are 3 religions that we recognize in the military: that Islam, Protestant, and Catholic. These are the 3 religions that you can go in there. They recognize Islam, Catholic, and Protestant. So 3 of them. So for that ego there to represent Catholicism, I don't know about that. That is one of the things that they use. You see, when these people come out here, I love the answer Chukwumerije gave him. See, a country that lies will never know peace. A country that lies will never know peace. Mazi Chooks. These people called it Igbo. The reason why we are here today is because they called it Igbo. How can you call it Igbo when it is the young Nigerian military officer? Let's say I am from the Igbo extraction because my mom is an Igbo woman. Then I went to the army, like when I was there. I plotted a coup and was successful. Then you will call it Igbo coup. Because my ethnicity is Igbo, then you call it Igbo coup. Now, even if it is right for you to attribute the ethnicity of that coup, the subsequent coups, they have never answered me this question. In Dr. Damages, everywhere that I go, when these topics comes out, I always tell them, if you find it, judicious to call it Igbo coup, why can't you do the same thing to the subsequent successful coups? You lied to yourself. You live in lies. They live in lies, and that is why they are there. And that is why Biafra will leave them, and they will suffer. They live in lies. These are the lies. These are the people. This man, my elder statesman, said to an average man on the streets, how did he say it?
That it might be reasonable to think that it's an average man in the street, but for the elites, they know very well what it is.
Yes, they know. They know. If they don't know, why is the evil genius Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida coming out now to declare that it's not? Obasanjo, when Obasanjo conducted this Opota panel, didn't Obasanjo knew? Didn't he know that it wasn't an Igbo coup? It was the coup that was carried out by young Nigerian military officers. But he also lied. Use this to camouflage himself. Go and check what he said when he visited a Biafra land recently. That he used the Igbo people to fight Igbo people. These are the kind of people that you see there. Just like that council, interrogating this man, is saying they are all like, they know the truth. The elites know the truth, but they will push a different narrative to the man on the street because they are their foot soldiers that they will use to cause mayhem anytime, any day.
Exactly, and it is working for them in the north because of their feudal system of the feudal system in the north, where they go to their mosque and the message is preached to them, and they go along with it. That is why they move on with that. My brother Greg, go ahead. My brother Greg, as you are talking, please. There's one important thing you have to clarify for us. I know you are Catholic. Does ego represent the Catholic Church?
Holy Ghost fire, man. God forbid. Ego doesn't represent Catholic Church. Catholic Church, the only thing that represents Catholic Church is the symbol of crucifix.
So me too, I think. But you see a lawyer here in the Kutapa that is saying that the eagle in Nigeria military uniform, it represents Catholic people.
Is the only thing that represents Catholic. If you are looking for church and you don't know anywhere you see crucifix, make sure at least it's 80% Catholic. It's crucifix that represents Catholic Church, no other thing. So that man is, one thing you people, if any person that is in Nigeria is supposed to understand that the Fulanis are clever. But it was when we are very late to that, they were used to say Igbos are clever. Before that man, Igbos are not clever for anything. That they're not clever in anything. Let me tell you the truth. We are not clever. The only thing God just bless our hard work. God bless the handwork of the Igbo people that when they go into business and whatever they do, God help them to prosper. But in cleverness in their heart, they don't have it. I'm just being honest with you. Because if the Igbos are clever, this very cool that is bringing all this problem, it wouldn't have caused them this pain. Because if Igbo were clever, look, when Dr. Ngoziogorabụeze was still alive, the Oduduwa started fighting for their own people. Trying to tell Zik that this North, you cannot trust them. And Zik is still fighting, just like Nnamdi. And the British know that he has very little brain. Because he wants to be called Zik of Africa. They will be once you give him one name. It's just like what is happening to this military. Because when they come, they will say, they will make praise them. And they will lost from they will lost totally. If you want to catch him and praise him, sing praises on his behalf, he will sell his mother and his father. You know? Yeah. So that is our problem. That had been our problem. I'm telling you the fact. So it is because he sees praises to sing to Dr. Ngoziogorabụeze. That is why he was there. This man was making this statement that as long as he's alive, that is the Northerners first. Look at where that started though. As long as he's alive, that it is the Northerners first in anything concerning Nigeria. A Northerner first. What do you call him? Dr. Ngoziogorabụeze make first. He not even bring his people first. And the hatred of his highest mistake is the mistake we are having with our brothers in the neighboring, some of all this, he joined all this of them. It was because of the mistake of Dr. Ngoziogorabụeze. Because he did not build his home fine. He forgot his brothers and sisters. And he was going to make friends in the north because British were singing praises to him. At the same time, when it was for him to stand, they break him and say, no, you will not be in that position. Because if you're in that position, because you know, if Zik is not in that position, maybe they think that his kinsmen will use Zik to get their feet in the Nigerian state. They say, no, you can do all these things. But you see that power, you can only remain on that praises. Look at the northern man will take over. He will be in charge over you. And he stupidly accepted it. And he carried people and come in the same thing. And the same thing is still happening till today. The same thing is still happening. The same mistake is what the Igbo leaders are doing. Look at Obi. Just imagine what Trump went through. You can never bring change without fighting. You cannot bring change without fighting. When people were chastising Father Maka, when he said, if people are looking for people who will take them to the federal, it is not Peter Obi. That Peter Obi doesn't have the ball to do it. Everybody was like, was saying, bring him and kill him. But in this last election, if it were a Northerner, by now Nigeria will still be on fire. Even what do you call him? Abiola, if he fought more than him. So how can you bring a change without fighting? Trump fought. Today they want to kill him, attempt to kill him 2 times, and he's still on his ground. And that is why he's the president in America today. Look at what is happening. I think Ukraine have written another letter that they want to peace. You see, because he stand on his feet. You can never change any society without standing on your feet to fight. And if he doesn't have that spirit to fight, You just let people have the spirit to fight, rise up. Obi doesn't have it. And none of those people that are coming out that have it, they are only Fulani stooge. Look at what happened in Enugu. Instead of the Sabara Sokoto and all the northern elders coming to Enugu to pay, what do you call it? To solidarity because of the killings in our place. It is our evil elders and the kings went to north to say they are killing us. So somebody kill you, kill your children, kill your daughters, kill your wives, rape them, and you went to north to say they are the people who will still if the northerners, the southerners were not aware. If they were sorry for what their children are, the Fulanis that are causing, they are the people who make a visit to the evil kings and the governors here and say, we are sorry because of what these people are causing. We are not the one that sent them. Instead, you are the one who took flood. What happened if the flood collapse if they have accident on the way? They would die. I don't know why God spared them himself by going to that north. So that to show that they're not clever. How can somebody kill you and you are the same person who go to his house to cry? If I were those northerners, I will set trap up on their way. They will finish as well. I don't know why God spared them. So the same thing is still what is happening today. It's still happening to our politicians. Look at what happened to the Christian guy that was on self-defense. You know, what the world now is protesting about what is happening to the Christians. Somebody is on a self-defense and he killed the person who came to kill him in his farm with ammunition. And now after disarming the guy and kill him to secure his life, they called to say they will hang him on death. Why must you defend yourself? And that is what is happening today. That is why our people the kings have to go to the north to tell them, I'm sorry that your people kill our people. We are sorry that your Fulanis are coming to kill us. Please don't be offense. Don't do this thing. So that people will not continue coming to kill us. We are sorry. That is what the Igbo kings went there to do. So what do you expect? It is the same thing that's happening to today. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much for that very submission. And it is very disheartening and sad what we see. Just like the man you are talking about, the one that that's carried out self-defense and they want to sentence him to death. The world is not serious. They are not serious because this is their collective plan against Biafrans. They are not serious. It is the same self-defense they are protesting and talking about. It's the same thing we are applying in Biafra land. And because of that self-defense, that is why Mazen Nandekano is detained. You see, because that is self-defense, that is why Mazen Samonekwa is in UK. Is held in Finland. So they should not be focusing. This is their collective and selective judgment. They select what to talk and what not to say. Self-defense is for every human being. Every human being have the right to apply self-defense. They are focusing on the one that have been sentenced already in the north, which even if they take his life, nothing will happen. They won't do anything. They will make noise and they won't do anything. Look at our prime minister. Our prime minister is held by Finland. Held by Finland. Is it not by the same self-defense he was preaching for people to defend themselves? Mazen Nanikan, what crime did he commit? Self-determination and self-defense of his people. So when they select all this and speak, and it seems as if it is bigger than what they just pick one particular one and they talk. But the major one, the major issue, settle the issue of Biafra, all this is we end. They will not. They are picking little thing that doesn't matter. But we must continue. They will never stop us. Akonyo Wetere, you're welcome. Go ahead and speak to us, Akonyo Wetere. Let's hear you.
Yeah, so good morning, Uncle Trooks.
You're welcome, my brother. No.
Good morning to the fellow parliamentarian. I greet everybody today. On what you people are speaking on, by analyzing one of the extract of that panel, I have some few points to drop. You know, the problem of Igbo people, I keep pointing at the damages, the destruction that the war caused. This current generation that we are having today is as a result of the damages. Because if 30 years makes up a generation, now most of the people that are 70s, that are in their 70s, 50s, are among those two generations that have passed after the war, that have given birth to maybe the third one that we are in now. Now look at it. That is why I'm of the opinion that if all the people clamoring for this Biafra, we come to terms, to the understanding that fighting each other, which is ignorant, is more destructive to the movement. Rather than coming together, having a focal point of our necessity, what we should be talking, it will ease, it will compress this the length at which we will attain before Biafra will come. But each time we keep on having this dishonest, this distraction, this sentiment that have taken over many that call themselves freedom fighter. It keep permutating the struggle, keep extending when we get this our promised land that we are all praying for. Now look at the war. I've taken my time a bit to go back to history, ask questions, read some history. Before the war, Igbos were not much into this buying and selling and boy. Igbos were much into studying, learning skills, and business is something that is general. Whatever we do in life is business. But we are much into studying and learning skills and farming. When the Europeans invade Africa, the Britain, they could not conquer Igbo land, ancient Igbo people. Our people engaged them in a war for 40 years, which is a Komeko war. We repaired them back. They moved back. They now came through the Sahel to the north, through the Arab. They used Islam to conquer the Arab. They used slave trade and get to Asian Benin Kingdom to enter Lagos. They were doing their slavery trade. They were buying human, exporting to Great Britain and other European countries. Until 1914, they deemed it fit to amalgamate the North and the South. And before that 1914, they've sent their missionaries that was able to penetrate into Igbo land. They came with Ozioma, the gospel, and schools. Check, during that time, school were all missionaries. People that studied then, did they not study in churches? Anglicans, Catholic, as they are teaching you the word of God, they are teaching you education, how to read and write. Now, because we are the people that welcome civilization, new things, I had to keep norms. That is this quest of innovation, embedded in Igbo people. Igbo man will always want to explore new things. When these guys came, we now want to explore what they came along with us, but they did not explore it. Na business la gani hu bu ni nwere greater number of patronage or ya believe more of my business. Onye retire nwere 100 people they patronize ya. No onye le retire nwere only 10 people they patronize ya. E gasilo onye ahụ le retire 10 people they patronize amaghị ihe ọ na-eme. Ọkwa same time ka ọ lere. But because o nwere minute patronage ọ dịka na ọmaghị ihe ọ na-eme. But ọ the same time ka ọ lere. The same time onye nke nwere 100 patronage lerekwa. Now they succeeded in Igbo land, the ancient Igbo land, because during then, Mbama Nnamdi they preached about Igodo, all this Igbo, all this riverine side. We were all Igbos with different language. If you want to understand the preachings of Nnamdi, you will see it very well in Ebonyi State. It is because when you come to Imo State, you will say that no. But the language, all the Kotaron, but in Ebonyi State, you will see Igano language, the indigenous people of Ebonyi Ladano, but they are still Ebonyi. I will point to one place. When you go to 135, if you are coming from Enugu to heading to our capital, there's a junction they call 135. There's one people whether don't forget their name. Their language any indigenous person all these are the things Nnamdi preached. Oh, this not the I know where I'm going. Now we then all these boundaries only fight the boundary the British or Nigeria created. All those boundaries ndị anioma today na na ha chọrọ ịbụ ndị Kenya State ka abụrụ mezue Igbo State. Ị ga-agwa m na ndị Aguleri na ndị Abila ndị Arakpo ya ndị Atami na ikwu ha anọkọla anioma nọ na Rivers State. Ị ga-agwa m na ha enweghị ndị na-eje bụ ka ekechara Asaba ka ha bịa kewa abụrụ Asaba bụrụ district. But that is story for another day. After that very thing, ha wetia ndị North ajụ ndị be anyị jụrụ ha si na religion bata. Sorry for ndị lagakwa ụka ha si na religion bata. Now ka ha mechiri ihe niile ahụ bụ ndị ọcha ha kewapụbara anyị that time ekeribara anyị ka esi kerie anyị. Now ka a kụzichara the likes of because of business the fathers of Nnamdi Azikiwe ha Lawrence Ojukwu ha because of ndị nkele anọghọ na nka na ụzụ that was doing business then they traveled. Chete na ndị niile ahụ gara njem that time nọ na Lagos ma ndị nọ n'ugwu na ha bịa na village kpọrọ gị na ha ga-etinye gị la school no ejecha school eja shop. It was after the war ka this Igba boy bịara take. Now these two generations gara now. These two generations are in one less over the third one now. Because Mua canon are the third generation after the war. These two generations now, after the war, had it been na him accept that Nigeria defeated them, the likes of Umako Ojukwu, go and check the documentaries. These people, Logo, Madrebo them, Ojukwu them. This man from Akwa Ibom, second in command Ojukwu. Why are their children not being the one at the forefront of this? When we are saying that we Igbo, we are not defeated. Why are their children, their sons, not being the one piloting these affairs? When you get to them, they will tell you that Biafra we are talking is in their mind. Dr. Damage is close to Nwabe Fiong. Yesterday, I did not care to listen because I know that exactly, it's trash they will be talking there.
I listened to him now.
Now, have we come to ask ourselves question? If these people did not accept the defeat, why are their sons? What did they tell their children? Because many of them gave birth to their children after the war. even the ones that were giving birth during the war, we are still small. Have we taken our time to listen to them when they are being called to come and explain what their fathers passed through during the war? And the last question, their closing remark, if their interview was finished, the interviewer will ask them, how do they see the Biafra now? They will tell you that the Biafra of them have gone. Meaning that their parents push the narrative that there will nothing like Biafra again. That is why I always state on this platform that if everybody that is talking, majority, all of you abroad that is pushing for this thing, we need to do more work. And that work we need to do is to leave this first and second generation I'm talking of, people that are 60, 70, 50. Again, we try even in the 40. Enweghị impartation nna ha nyere ha. If we pull away this extract now from Ayinwa, mgbe Nnamdi bidoro Ozioma, kedu ndị soria? I want you people to answer me today. Kedu ndị soria? Kedu ndị egburu? Kedu ndị ọ nọrọ ọkụ n'ahụ? The people born the third generation after the war, ndị dị below 20 then, 20 something, 30. Those ones who the immediate generation after the war, Nnamdi is a miscreant, no matter how they may. So the work now, like it na all na ndị niile ekwu Biafra okwu media, they pull all these things. We now capture this third generation who belong to. When you capture them, the revolution, the Ogungoro Galo are these organic. It was only reason to sabotage. When you go and preach Biafra now to Ojuku's son, after the war, when he came back, Nigeria welcomed him. They released some of their properties that all of them are latching on, collecting the dividends. My brothers and sisters, let's based on fact. Can I have illusion? How do you think another person get query? The likes of Arthur Guaragana, the IBB made me. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? The likes of Ogen Kede now, if we are able to check him, trace him back, know the family he's from, Mbahala Basagaba Daha and the Mane Odemi Jews, they share the light that Ogen is affiliated with Ifeanyi Uba. I try to believe in them, but seeing how they made U-turn now, it is a lie. But have our government been able to check? That's why I said that government should not employ anybody that they did not do profiling. Check the person, know where the person is coming from. Because I have to hit you. To capture this my own generation and generation to come. The ingenuity of Inwetemoro and when he had a fairy kite, I get Feronia, Mego, Gemonia to compromise. And get a thing with here. We're preaching now. Maybe preaching the with a fact. Labohe corn, Labohe equine, assume, goes soggy emotional this thing. You could be heavy equal in where traces in where reference. Go and check this, go and check this. Go the way Simon and then now this remain here. We are going nowhere. Okonya bagide position eru hiaka or turn wechi. Kueri bi ha ada le kueri now. Go and now say na Biafrans supposed to know. Not everybody when they that things are strength in their mentality. Not everybody. Kisi haporonko. He judge rightly. Ndi emotion like carry waja. And that is because on the course of Ozioma and wireless today, we will be sending this signal to them, those generations, for that they have many things to lose. Obunam papa pito obi enweghị ihe water. Obi amụrụ obi amaghị m mgbe amụrụ ya, but ama m na ọ ga-akarị 10 years mgbe a lụrụ ọgụlọcha ọgụ. Ọ bụ na nna ya enweghị ego, enweghị ole benefit na Nigeria, ọ ga-azụ nwa obi na obodo oyibo. Those are facts I get check. Man ihe mere ha je behave ka ase behave. Onye kpanyere obi ego, ọrụ duri na Abacha. Okwu Igbo latị n'ilu na mmadụ ada ata akala enyi ya ndị arụ. ịta ya agụrụ egbu oge mgbe gị na mmadụ na-akpa business build connection ị ga-agwa m na many things ada aga unu ada kparuo otu dị ịgba ndụ hapụrụ ike ọba but onye gị na build business unu ga-akpa nkata na cross or business partner bazie as a friend before the business a consolidate ya the business abụrụ ọkpụtọrọ ọkpụ. So these are the things bụ on the course of anyị hụ izi ozi ọma anyị kwesịrị izi hapụ ịkụ asịrị anyị emepe ike ha anọ ya bụ ihe nna dịla eme that time mgbe ọ na-eme exposition o mepee ike ha ọ connect 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ọ dịka onye na-agbara afa onye na-agbara afa. It is few of us ndị nọ na this third generation now bụ ndị kalite kita ma agụ history many nọ na Facebook achọ ego onye ọbụla bụzi comedian ụfọdụ bụ dia comedy bụ ka na-eri ndị na-egbu papa na-egbu money na water. My brothers and sisters, I nwere ọtụtụ ọrụ to go. We have a lot of work to do. These are the things ndị kpọrọ onwe ha ndị nwere onwe because ọ bụ na ndị na-eme Biafra mara na enwere division of labor. The likes of Ogonkere agaghị across the line. The likes of this thinking foolish woman as not don't know that nobody should insult her. She's a maggot. Agabu, when you want to impose something on somebody, nabuho okwino onya hojo etu onya hero because she exposed herself. What's in here me ya ji na ya ga anata okwa because I could remember one day a cabinet meeting all the secretaries when she was called upon she said that she's been sleeping as if no one notification in area. I read that thing as a red flag that day but I kept quiet. He said that I'm just waking up. But anyway, I will contribute. Unprepared. Nothing, no preparation. Does it mean a government is sending a notification as so day? Nahanta Gaba Kawasia, their ministry. These are the things, these are the lines our people have to do. And when you check Nnamdi, Simon, Bundi Megoni Hafuranya, we are not talking of psychophants. These are the lines they took. When Simon wanted to create BRG, he took his time to explain the reason why he wanted to go by creating Biafra Republic government in exile. He read about so many countries, of which I never know how Finland, how this one, how US was in exile and got their independence. He proved the point that made people to believe that what he's saying is right. But when we domesticate all these things, we now realize that generations have passed. And West, they were able to inculcate this thing in their children. That is why you look at all the countries of the West. Their elderly ones are no longer leading them as a leader. Rather, their elderly ones will be heading maybe one ministry, maybe Ministry of Health like US. They are now taking it to their giving room for their younger ones so that those elderly ones will be vetting them, knowing whether all these things that we taught you people, are you people doing it? Like US, Trump was able to become president. He has been vying for president. They told him that you must join politics. You must attend so year. But here, only can hear guru, only garobodo yibo buto ogu lota. Maybe only got your email or for the undertone of politics in email, not your rules of beha. I go no get with ego, or for the back go to bakula politics. So there are many things in the Bible question unmasked. Politics is just the way of life. But painting in the come on the buteria kuzirani. I laugh politics as arrow. Una can be both our den because of as a result of Oka. After politics as only black politician, our right was taken from us. So we have to go back to ever home maybe. Kuzerende by ndaibo. Obri heni no na line akwasere. Gagobandi by ihe this Biafra putara because many of them did not line akwasere. Ngozi nyu akura wore debe. Oge nkere nyu akura for the wore debe. Iju akata what is Biafra? Onwe any reasonable thing oge nye gi. Onwe any factual evidence oge ji kowara gi Biafra. That one is bagging all marginalized. Could this tribe in Nigeria that marginalized? Maybe Ngozi Kutoku about and Hausa, haven't you seen a core Biafra? Look at the justification a core Biafra statement. Haven't you seen he's fighting for Ndi Fulani? Because the person is daft and the followers are daft. So because you can every day. I got lucky as an agency be done. If generation now after the war, have go hand and head of Biafra. Inchoro online choba. Okay, this is Chimereza no makata. Kedebo moyano ko. Why are his children not at the forefront as the direct benefactor of the war? They benefited from the pogrom. Why are they not heading it? Because all these people I make a habronde, I make a exonerate. And Magu Mohana this in which means now make accept the defeat. Because I don't have Baromo, will Okwaho, Utukugunyanaka, Gunomoha, even though you couldn't wear Gunyahomia, because one woman is Rule Kuku Biafra. Homa Hakale Kokuya. Whatever the Koku Biafra being denigrate and the Koku Biafra. Likes of Bianca, my whether more Bezoku or Mobase. But if she can present that very thing, that my so-called husband, late husband, fought for this, it is all evident in the and then daughter they deal with the faith. Daughter they deal with the fact. We have to debunk them with our own fact. Push another narrative, another narration on the buy got water. This current generation got water. Na ye kwesi mbo so na iwu ni dia. Okunkuro onwe aba organic okunkuro onwe. Onye obula na street ejuro onye ga asị happy ndị Biafra na-ekwu. Onye obula afu the reason why I kwesi nwe Biafra. That day ka ya hala. Otherwise akpakọta ndị wawawa ebido kọbi ha sọrọ ha. Ndị asọrọ ịnapụ follower ebido kube ma nke bụ eziokwu ma nke na-abụghị eziokwu. I yield here for others to contribute.
Thank you, Akonyo Wetere. Thank you for your speech. We appreciate your contribution. And I want every Biafrans to know that we all have a responsibility. And the Biafra we are talking about, the freedom we are asking, is not for one individual. It is for every one of us. You must not wait for anybody. Just as we are doing our part, other people are doing their part. Anybody that decides to take himself away from the freedom, we will not look back because of them. We will continue to move forward. It is forward ever and backward never. As for those of them who don't want to join us, they will always be there. There is never a time where we have 100 compliance when it comes to freedom fighting. You can never have 100 compliance. But if we have a good number, which I believe we have, we are good to go. And in most part of the world where freedom are being fought, you don't see all these popular people and rich men coming in. It comes from people of middle class, more especially. They fight it and fight it genuinely to the last. We will have obstacles. And it's not just peculiar to us. Every other places, they have it. In other struggles, people have it. No matter how the challenge is, we must not get discouraged. Do not get discouraged, no matter what you are seeing. I know sometimes when you look at things the way it happened, you begin to see, you'll be deceived, or you'll be forced to believe that certain things are not possible. But I bet you must see deeper than what you see in your eyes. What I would advise every Biafran is that every single one of us must continue to stand their ground, pursue this restoration of Biafra, and do your own part as much as you can. The distraction we are seeing today is bound to be there. It has been there in so many other areas. It is painful and sad. Sometimes when I see those things, some of us who are here talking, that sometimes if you don't hold yourself, you might get discouraged. You might be forced not to speak anymore. Sometimes you just say, oh, let me not speak again. Let's just see what will happen. But we cannot afford to go back. We cannot afford to be silent. No matter how bad it is with the saboteurs and the distractions, we must not get discouraged. We are the ones living in it now. It is our life, it is our future, and we must fight it out until we win it. Because what is happening in Biafra land, it can be anybody tomorrow. The victors of yesterday, today, they are victims. The victors of today might be victims tomorrow. And the victors of tomorrow, next tomorrow, might be victims. That is why when you are talking about the issue of Biafra and you're fighting, don't look back. Consistency is the key. You must be consistent until you get to the road. It is not easy, it is difficult. And every point in time, in every stage, you will see things that will discourage you, that will make you feel, oh, it is impossible. But I bet you it is possible. Very, very possible. Biafra is much more visible today than it was yesterday. We will get it. If you know the role you are going to play, as Chukwuka directs you in the course of this restoration of Biafra, please continue to play that role. Do not be discouraged. Every one of us have our own little area where we can make our support. We have in our own little area how we can contribute. We have one or two things we can do in this cause of Biafra. Do not get discouraged, no matter what you see, no matter what you hear. Do not get discouraged. The battle has just begun. And the battle is going to be tougher than you expect. But no matter how tough the battle is, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we shall overcome. For Biafrans in Biafra land who are making the sacrifice for us, putting their lives on the line for us, we appreciate every one of them. As they have continued to hold on to that collective interest of the Biafrans, that agreement that we have all reached. And we said we will continue to sit at home until our freedom is signed, sealed, and recognized. I appreciate every one of you. As usual, the update from Biafra land is pouring in. And there is no doubt that the sit at home is ongoing in Biafra land. Biafra land is sitting at home against all the propaganda blackmail. Today being Biafra land, people are sitting at home. And this sit at home referendum happening every Monday is going to go a long way. The whole world is watching. We have been going on this now for 4 years and more. And we will continue until our freedom is signed and sealed. No amount of propaganda or blackmail will make us walk away from our freedom. When they come to preach their lies, they preach their blackmail and propaganda. They try to distract you, or they try to make you feel unaccepted. We must continue to stand our ground. The freedom is short, and we must. Please, my fellow Biafrans, do not get discouraged. No matter what you see, what you hear, do not be discouraged. The battle is heavy. The challenges are much. But in the midst of all those challenges, one thing is sure: there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. my fellow Biafrans. We have spent the day together, and we are going to be rounded up. It's about almost 4 hours that we'll be here. So we are going to close in our program to prepare and come back again, maybe later in the evening on Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV. And tomorrow, same time, we come here. Please help us to share this very information, radical evangelism. Many people have been demoralized because of what is happening. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. Do not be demoralized. And I thank Chukwu Okike that the number of Biafrans that are still standing strong and turning up is greater than those that are falling out. Saturday, you saw Biafrans came out in number and they did what they had to do. Today, the sit at home is holding in Biafra land, and we will continue. Our Sudamazen Nandekano have been given a new lawyer, a new judge, and we'll be waiting for his case to commence. Also, our Prime Minister on his own side, we are expecting that something is going to take place in this match. Every one of us must continue to be focused and pray. Do not get discouraged. If you feel you don't want to work under the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, we have freedom of association. Quietly continue to pursue the freedom the way you deem fit. You can. But for you to be wasting your time antagonizing, castigating, pushing propaganda and blackmailing the government, it will not go well with you. Both those who are swearing oath and those who are bearing false witnesses. Remember, for everything you do, there will be a consequence. If you do good, you do yourself. If you do bad, you do yourself. My beloved brother Maxwell, give us a closing remark as we round up on the program.
Thank you so much, and glory be to God that we have come to the end of the program today. My brothers and sisters, Nemoches and my Namoches in comment section, I say may God continue to bless each and every one of you. Your own will never fall. And our greatest aspiration, which is the return and the official recognition, world recognition of Biafra, will be our portion. I love you all, and I tell you that the difference between United States of Biafra and the APM, what I call amplifier set, amplifier, that's our APM, that is the short form. I think in electrics, amplifier is AMP. You see, so the difference is that when you go to their platform, it's a die by fire, die by fire, die by fire, 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 die by fire. This is what they pray against their own brothers and sisters. But when you come here, we will tell you that it doesn't matter the group you belong to. It doesn't matter, but we will call out the lies out. But if you like, freedom of association. Me, I have chosen to stick with Dr. NgoziOrabueze, who is presiding over the affairs of the United States of Biafra. I have no problem with you. Whichever way you want to follow, you follow. At the end of the day, when the masters come, when the master comes, he is going to separate the wheat from the weed. The wheat from the grain. I mean, that is the job of the master. Continue to do, but do not do anything that is going to cost the life of an average Biafran on the street in Biafra land. Do not do anything that is going to cost the life of our sisters, aunties, mothers in Biafra land. If you do that, the spirit of our ancestors and the spirit that guides the Okene and Chukwu Okike Abiama, who is the overall God, the creator of heaven and earth, will come against you in a very bad way. I thank you all, Biafrans, and for those of you that came yesterday, the other day, or Saturday for the fundraising. My brother, chetakwa no na ndi Igbo si na muno erubeghị n'elu Tomakaya Agaheri. If the house is not up to what it should be, the pointing of that finger to that house will never stop. We must continue. And Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless each and every one of you, provide for you to provide for Biafrans. Thank you so much, and I love you all. From the little beautiful city of Bolgatanga, I say thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Much, my brother Max. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Let's hear from our brother Greg. Our brother Greg, give us your closing remark as we round up.
Thank you, the Biafrans. May you keep on fighting. May you keep on walking. May you keep on praying and do the needful. In your walking, be humble. In your fighting for Biafra, be obedient and disciplined. In everything you do, pray that Biafra will come as soon as possible. And let victory be fast. We know we have victory, but we need it fast. So our prayer that victory will come fast. We have suffered more than the Israelis in the land of the Jew. So we need Biafra fast. The earlier is better for these people to repent. I'm happy for the administration, the things they put in place in Washington, D.C., not just reopening the Biafra headquarters in America, but using that opportunity to call for peace and reconciliation. For me, let the evil people turn back from their evil. Let the proud humble himself. And let the liar turn to be honest. So that there will be reconciliation and there will be peace. These are the key to fasten Biafra to be here. All these lies, knowing the truth and lying, all this propaganda, knowing the truth and doing propaganda, all these money mongers and the only envy and the position hunger cannot get Biafra. Take that position, anything that I will be able to do for Biafra, tell me to do that. I don't want position. Take the position and do the needful and make sure that Biafra come. And if you don't have this as a Biafra in your mind, you have not started. Until you reject every position and decide to work for the achievement of Biafra. And fix your mind on the things you are looking for. You are not looking for position. Don't claim a righteous pastor when you have not died to make heaven. It is only when God puts you a righteous that you are righteous. See, any person claiming righteous today might fall tomorrow. So continue working on your righteous until it is achieved. And that's achieving it is when Biafra is there. So continue working until you make your way. That is my message today. Thank you and God bless Biafra. And thank you, Choose, and God continue blessing you. Thank you, Akanya Wetere, and God be with you and with all Biafrans. Bye-bye. Choose, you're not coming out.
Sorry, I muted. Sorry so much. Sorry. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you for your message. We appreciate you and we thank you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and bless you abundantly. Akonye Wetere, go on, give us your closing remark as we close up the program. Akonye Wetere, are you there? We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. Akonye with her. We cannot hear you. We can't hear you. Check your system. Are you there? You can go out and come back again. We cannot hear you. Akonye with her. We cannot hear you. Maybe you just go out and come back again. Go out and come back again. Let's see if we can be able to hear you. So before then, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that has connected, everyone that have been able to be with us on this day, Monday, sit at home. Thank you for being part of the program. We appreciate you wherever you are. Please continue to support the United States of Biafra. Continue to make your contributions in the best way you can. You can support prayerfully, you can support financially, you can support in any way, wherever area you find yourself, support. And know that whatever you are doing it for yourself. You are not doing it for Dr. NgoziOrabueze, neither are you doing it for me or anybody or Mazin Nandekan. Whatever you put into this very restoration of Biafra, you do it for yourself. It is our battle. It is for our collective interest, not for a personal interest or selfish interest. It is for the interest of all the Biafrans. So wherever you are as a Biafran, you have the right to defend yourself. You have the right to ask for self-determination, and you have the right to stand up for yourself. Do not allow anybody to impose their idea on you. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. There are good number of truths that you can know. And when you look at the topic that we have discussed today, it says, Monday sit at home. And the question is, what kind of Biafra do you want? As we are ending this program, I want you to go home with this message. What kind of Biafra do you want? Continue to meditate over it. Do you want a Biafra of propaganda? Do you want a Biafra of tyrants? Do you want a Biafra of fraudsters? Do you want a Biafra of where they have one King Kong who will be somewhere and believe that without him Biafra will not come? Do you want Biafra where we will have ghost workers? Do you want a Biafra where somebody will be greater than the nation itself? Ask yourself, what kind of Biafra do you want? If you answer the question sincerely from your heart, then you come back and look the people who are standing on that path of truth. Remember, our loyalty is to the United States of Biafra, not to any human being. Our loyalty, our patriotism is to United States of Biafra, not to any human being, not to any individual. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, whether male or female, short or tall, poor or rich, we don't care. My loyalty is to the United States of Biafra, not to human being. I'm not loyal to any human being. My patriotism is for United States of Biafra and not for any human being. Get it right. What kind of Biafra do you want? If you answer this question sincerely, you will know where to go and what to follow. And in the topic of today, it also said, half a truth is often a great lie. Every single information you are going to hear today, you have heard already. Every video they have made, more are still coming. More people are going to come to make video. More people are still going to talk. When you are listening to those videos, you see. When you are paying attention to people who talk on the platform, who lie, blackmail, and blah, have this in your mind. Half a truth is often a great lie. Half a truth is often a great lie. Have it in your mind while you are watching them. When they send you that video, when they send you that voicemail, when they send you, try to listen. understand, half a truth is often a great lie. In the line of their speech, if you find any single lie, that nullified every single thing you see in that video or in that audio. Wherever you are watching or you're listening and you find out a lie, apply your common sense. It is not difficult to know the truth. It is not difficult to know the truth, and it's not difficult to know somebody who is lying. A liar, will see them when they are talking, you will understand. Their incoherence and inconsistency will tell you that this person is a liar. Somebody will tell you something today and tomorrow is doing a different thing. People that are flippant in their attitude, they have a flippant character. Today they are black, tomorrow they are white, tomorrow next day they are green, the next day they are yellow. Those kind of people cannot be trusted. They can't tell you the truth. Half a truth is often a great lie. On this note, I appreciate everyone that have been part of this program today. May Chukwu Okike Abiam continue to guide and protect all of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiam guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike Abiam guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. May Chukwu Okike Abiam guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and bring him back to us as soon as possible. Thank you so much, my fellow Biafrans, who has been here with me till the end. See you again next time. Stay blessed.
Natulaje bwana mabuli vemelem Otibe kuona tulane bovo Timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule hule Dani mona tulilu Naya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali waso jere futa mbaka njuba diali Kama abulezi okwenu Na baka la keluego nezi enwe Nuboti akala keluego nudezi Baka na baba nenu waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono nanda kulugu seji tono nugu banataye Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana juko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata mila kepa waja sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be walo tamano Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makano fobi abakama Nala nugo noe Biafra na bekele umunina Nkabo nkani Mwadati na itele wanyi bekele Akwage bulu kwekene na fando to Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere ya Wesi ya kene rugio Adubagwo chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawunele kala ya dike Mafondi mochiri diebu bebi adebi chevele mongwem Amusiku odogweji mali Igbo nine Adagwaji malo Biafra miyo Kadumego chuku Opagisi ekene logi Filipu Efyong Abazikwa mwake kuloku wekusi okusi na Biafra yekunye Na yabu Biafra ya tulugo wenata Unavulu na yabu Biafra ekuigo Noko gule mwata na kanane ele Abagisi ekene logo nyendu manzi nande kano Amadike Biafra kede bebe Amadike Biafra bialu
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of the accused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them they convinced me. This is what happens. Nobody wants to do this. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So they can
Biafran government in They know na exile cabinet me no no Ano ekene unu jisinu ikene Na chukuna ndana ya agba unu ube Baka no ya sulobi ya atoka imaluge nui Jisinu ikene Ekene lo mondi Biafra Liberation Army umu chukwu The great oracles of Biafra na no Anu weke ne no na ma Na no jisi kenan Atugo ya ba rume Omo chukwu ne The Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Weba Abuzi kwa bato biyo Atwele li omo Biafra bianulonu Anonganga pio tembe wile name Lila li omo biao Kamili na kwanunu Yes Mwana kwa mubia kenelio Odagiri dimu Ose fulu dilo bia nulonu weni Makwale na kosa de malanya Mweji mwagu kojilo sinodilo kasojilo yatiji sojilo walasa Muzikwe wa batobi Ogada gidi kebia nunu Kwa juwe kwa ni yo Kunine chukunye ndi Biafra na nunu Nuna beke nege Asimuna adele ni Biafra ni nenama Asino adele ni nenama Mandanye na bono mweno utelanyi welien Mandanye na bono nudonu na nudonu nongwe Makana mbona boke kwena abodike. Moya na no, moya no. No be voye debeline dene no wama believe emeleme. A good legacy will last forever, ma believe emeleme. And the remembrance of my beliefs you.